Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We are back. We back up in this BIH, man. Today gonna be a good show, boy. I can promise you that. Today gonna be a good show. I can promise you that. I'm gonna have the guest Rick Glaser on the show today. We're gonna address all of the hoopla that's going on online. Look like Terence Crawford broke the internet on on Twitter in the boxing world. It looks like he broke the internet in the boxing world. Everybody got something to say. And normally it's always the broke niggas that got the most to say, right? Broke niggas always have the most to say. So, if you're a content creator, I can get the content creator because the content creator gets paid by putting out content. Content creator puts out content. Videos get ad revenue. They get their deposits. They get their deposits on the 21st of every month. If you're in America, I think if you're in the UK, you get it on the 23rd or 4th or something like that. So I get it from a content creator standpoint. Content creator, he got to keep them videos coming so he can, make the money and stuff like that. I get that. But, so I understand the hustle on that. I get that. But for the knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, yo, don't give him nothing because his mama is home. Don't stop. I ain't finished yet. I'm playing my PS5. You want to make a bet? You in the danger zone. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. With these Nick Sacks, man. Nick Nat Paddywhack, Nick Sack broke Wakanda ass niggas. Bro, like I'm telling you, and let me tell you something. It's something that Blood Boxing said, right? And he was 1,000% correct on it. Shout out to my brother Blood. And I've been realizing this. For you guys who are fans of the sport of boxing, you're not seeing a whole lot of boxing talk. What's going on the YTBC today is more TMZ, tabloidish, yada yada yada. And the people want to hear the gossip. They want to hear that shit. They want to hear that shit. It's very few so when Leonard Ellaby said that he could damn that count to a T how many boxing fans it is, it's not that many boxing fans. He said you can't count boxing Twitter or none of that stuff. There's only like 200,000 people that buy pay-per-views. And you know what? All jokes aside, Leonard Ellaby was damn near spot on with his analysis. Because we saw what Deontay Wilder just had a fight, 75. Rick Glaser said 77,000, and then Dan Raphael said 75,000. Bought the pay-per-views, Wilder and Helenius. So that tells you the story right there. Now they probably streamed it. But my point is, the guys who do the most arguing about money and purse splits and this and that, them niggas is broke. I told you that. And they have very, very low IQs. You get what I'm saying? So I do everything in my power to disrespect them. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to sound the alarm. Because I'm not going to play with these fuck boys today. Not today. Warning, warning, warning. If you are a Wakanda nigga that come from the Alphabet Boy community, you might want to get the fuck off the block. If you are an errosexual and you have a sexual and love infatuation with your fighter, you might want to get the fuck off the block. If you are a fanboy and you do fanboy shit online, you might want to get the fuck off the block. If you are a Nick Sack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone ass nigga, bro, don't pay your child support. Don't take care of your kids. You're always talking about pulling up, hide behind avatars, threatening people. You might want to get the fuck off the block. If you love fanboying and promotional companies and networks more than you love the sport of boxing, you might want to get the fuck off the block. And if you don't like me and can't stand my guts, the question I have for you is this: why the fuck are you over here? You might want to get the fuck off the block. If you are a subscriber and you are a fanboy and you can't stand my guts, please unsubscribe your ass off this channel. If you are a member but you don't like what the hell I'm saying and you are a fanboy, please get the fuck up off my channel. Denounce your membership. I don't need your money. I don't need your subscribership. If you don't love the sport of boxing more than you love a particular fighter, guess what? This is not the channel for you. You might want to get the fuck off the block. Because there's no one that hate aerosexuals more than me. And there's no one that hate Wakanda niggas more than me. Y'all do the most online. This is your warning. Beware. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm not here to play with these. I'm not here to play with these niggas today. Not me. Not me. I'm not here to play with them today. I don't give a fuck what you think about me, nigga. Just get the fuck off the block. Give a fuck. I don't. See what I'm saying? Obviously, you care enough your ass over here. So since they over here, we're gonna give them what they want. Somebody left a super chat. Let me see, can I get the super chat out of the way? Somebody left. I think I missed 2 super chats. Or did I just miss one? Probably just missed one. Shout out to Drew.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach what you say, Coach on fire already. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're not here to play today. Let me go ahead and send the link out to Rick. Get Rick Glaser on the show. Today's gonna be a good show. What you say, X Reaper? Shout out to X Reaper.
Hey, okay.
Zepper for dropping that half a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, who in the hell gonna reject 25 mil apiece? Al Haymon need to be ashamed of himself. Hey man, it is what it is, man. All these pro Al Haymon niggas and talking about some, we gotta protect the black man. The same, I want you guys to notice something. The same niggas who said, man, we gotta protect the black man, but they don't keep that same energy while they're attacking other black fighters, calling people monkeys and all that kind of shit like that. They don't keep that same energy. They want to come over here, bring that shit over here. I don't want to hear that kumbaya Wakanda shit. Don't bring that motherfucking power to the people shit over here to me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of you goddamn Wakanda niggas. Cause ain't none of you whole ass niggas pro-black anyways. All you do is shit on black, talk bad about black, but then you want to pick and choose which blacks you want to try to defend. So fuck y'all niggas. If you one of those type of YouTube channels and you subscribe over here, get the fuck off the block, nigga. I don't need you. Fuck you and your mama who had you. And I mean that. Let's get into the show. Give a fuck about these niggas, man. Fuck these Wakanda niggas. And fuck the Wakanda nigga YouTube channels and they subscribers. I don't give a fuck. I ain't asked your bitch ass to come over here in the first goddamn place. You can believe that. I am the Wakanda nigga killer. And I'm here to destroy Wakanda. That shit gonna be dead. By the time I finish with Wakanda, that shit gonna be dead. Ain't no peace with me. Ain't no peace with me. At all. What you say? Shout out the boss of the story, man. He said, waiting for Coach take on this. Anyways, yeah, you're gonna get my take on this right now. You're gonna get my take on this right now. It don't matter who it is, Wakanda nigga, whether you black, whether you Hispanic, whether you white, don't make me no never goddamn mind. Everybody get it. Give a fuck about you. I mean that. Shout out to Will for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
You do not have a friend in me. I am your certified enemy. Remember that. Shout out to Will. He said, I've been waiting for a long time for Coach to roast these fools. He said the chickens have come home to roost for the Errol Spence and his fangirls. Yeah. See, they like over there. They like this whole shit. They like whole shit like this over there, man. We ought to know what they like. They like strawberries and all that stuff there, right? I'm gonna bother their ass today though. As a matter of fact, I can't even get to the show yet. Rick Glaser is here. Let's give my main man, Slick Rick, a round of applause. Rick, what's going on? Slick Rick, what's going on, baby boy? Talk to me, man.
Just here to address the Earl sexuals, the LDBCers, the Haymonites. We're here to address everybody today and all their little cliques they're in, and to enlighten them and make them a smarter boxing enthusiast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's house clean. It's house cleaning today. You can't enlighten these dudes. These dudes have very low IQs. So, they're more than likely they're gonna be over here today. They're probably over here today. It's gonna be kind of thick. It's gonna be kind of thick today. So we're gonna get it in. Rick, did you get an opportunity to see any information about Terence Crawford yesterday when he went live on his Instagram? He shot a video explaining what happened with the negotiations with Al Haymon. Did you get a chance to see any of that?
Yeah, the video was shot in Colorado Springs while he's training over there. After training was over. It was last night. I can't remember what time it was. 10 o'clock Eastern time, I believe it was, something
Yeah,
like
10
that.
o'clock. That's true.
And it was very. It was nothing that we hadn't talked about here
Yeah.
prior. He validified everything I said. The only thing was about the money coming from a hedge fund, which was, I would assume, because he's on a first name basis and they dine together regularly, frequently, I should say, is probably from Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett, yeah.
One of the richest men in the world happens to be him and Terence happen to be at a first name basis with one another. They eat together, and I understand that the Oracle of Omaha there, Warren Buffett helps Terence manage his money, which is, I guess it's fast at this point. And, they have a very close, so for Warren Buffett to come up with that kind of money, it would be like me buying you lunch.
Yeah, man. He does have Warren Buffett on the first name basis. I know Crawford and Buffett got a pretty good relationship. Warren Buffett do like Crawford a lot. And both of them from Omaha.
They're the two most famous people from Omaha of this generation, anyway.
Yeah.
So think
Yeah.
about that. So there's no reason they wouldn't know each other.
So hey, Rick, let's get into this. I wrote some notes down from this interview, and not this interview, but this report, this video that Crawford explaining what happened, right? And it was only like 20 minutes long, but I just wrote down 8 things I wanted to go over, discuss with you. The part of the interview that intrigued me, because the things that you told me, and even on this show, you was 100% accurate on it. You and Steve Kemp. You guys told me from the beginning. I'm talking about 4 or 5 months ago. You were like, man, look here, man. This is the issue. This was going on. Al Haymon trying to fuck the boy, man. He's trying to, don't want to give him no guarantee.
It's the Haymon way. It's the Haymon way.
Yeah. But you said that right.
Listen, I have to look in the standings to see what the NFL football records are, because I don't follow it that closely. But when you're in the business, Haymon, and you study people. Haymon's mode of operandi is what it is.
Okay. So what I got out of this was this. Crawford said he was dealing directly with Al Haymon. He said he was negotiating directly with Al Haymon. Pretty much, he said something of the sort in the interview that Al Haymon tried to associate someone else with him in the past. He denied it. He didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And he said that Al Haymon is a very nice guy. He's a very charming dude. So he's very nice. He's very charming.
He must be charmed. White I'll read out of all that money. So he must be.
So Crawford said that other friends that he have over there with the PBC and from the PBC, they pretty much advised him to be careful with Al and make sure that the deal is right. They also told him to make sure that you don't get fucked. Now that kind of really intrigued me, because for Terence Crawford to say that the friends he had with the PBC advised him not to be careful with Al, make sure the deal is right. He didn't elaborate on who it was, but if I was a guessing man, I would think it's probably maybe some fighters that's over there.
Of course.
Yeah, some fighters.
Remember, Terence had a great amateur background, multi-time national amateur champion, and he's 35 years old. So you can take the fighters between ages 32 and 38 that are around PBC around his age, and he probably went through the amateurs with him, even though they may be in a bigger weight class. Let's say the Darrell brothers or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to get information. I'm not saying the Darrell brothers was the one that smoked Al Haymon out, but what I am saying, it'll be somebody like that in the same age bracket, that went through the amateurs at the same time he did.
Yeah, so I mean that kind of intrigued me as well. I was like, damn, man, he got people over there that's telling him, look here, man, we do explain. What is they say that in some of these contracts they have a no disparagement clause, because one thing.
Not some of them, all of them.
Yeah, all of them, right?
Not only can't you disparage Al Haymon or any of his companies, it's also his affiliates like Showtime, Fox, TGB, Sam Watson. It covers servants, employees. It covers everything under the sun. I mean, it's a very long paragraph.
Yeah, very long paragraph about what covers under that. So, I mean, it kind of kills the narrative of, well, man, everybody over there living in mansions and driving Lambos and suicide doors, and they're rich and they taking champagne showers, and I don't hear nobody complaining. So, if you have a clause like that in a contract, you wouldn't hear, people who want to complain can't complain.
Right. And the only reason why Broner can complain because he's broke, and if you sued him, you wouldn't get anything.
So another thing, so Crawford said that him and Al, they spoke about the numbers, right? And he got in contact with he said he had two hedge funds that wanted to put up $25 million a piece for him and Spence to fight each other. This is what Crawford said, right? I don't have any proof of this to say he's lying. I don't have any proof to say he's not lying. We can only go by.
It could be Warren Buffett controlling two separate hedge funds. You don't know that because he's so big and so many billions that he could have two separate corporation hedge funds. I don't know that, but that's a good part. When you got that kind of money, and you're handling that kind of money, that's what people do. Just like when they buy a piece of property, every piece of property they incorporate on their own into that piece of property.
Yeah.
So they don't commingle property. So it's the same type of theory.
Yeah. I get exactly what you're saying. So what I got out of the interview was Crawford said that he spoke to Spence about this because Errol Spence is his own boss. He does what he wants to do. Everybody works for him. We know how that works out, right? So he said when he told Spence about it, Spence asked him about back-end money. What about back-end money? And we know the famous back-end money that's rumored to happen over there in La La Land. A lot of these guys talk about this online. Minimum wage workers, guys online who be arguing all day about goddamn purse splits and stuff like that. But he said that Errol Spence never got back with him. He never got back with him. So he said he presented this to Al Haymon, and this is exactly what he said. After he told Spence about the money, he said that Spence never got back with him, and he said that he realized that Spence wasn't his own boss, that he had to go to Al Haymon, and he have a team of people that he has to answer to. He also said that when he brought it to Al Haymon told him that, hey, look, man, I would never let anyone on the outside have anything to do with this fight, whether they putting the money up or not. And so, what say you about that?
Well, it's typical Al Haymon control, just like the deal with when Wilder tried to go to DAZN with the $100 million deal, or was it 100 million, 120 something
like that.
Right. And then Broner tried to go somewhere else for with Jay-Z, or when Jay-Z was rolling around money in boxing. So, and he can stop that. He has a way of cock blocking everything that potentially can make money for the fighters, because he can't make enough money with the fighters because he's only on a small percentage. But by him promoting the shows and controlling the whole atmosphere of the situation, he puts his guys on the shows, he builds up his guys, and he flaunts his stuff at the networks, and he was going back and forth between Showtime and Fox for the pay-per-views. Whichever was the highest bidder would make him the best deal. That's what he was doing.
Wow. So this is the thing that kind of intrigued me about this, right, Rick? Because
it's all. Can I just stop you for this? Is all a conflict of interest, because he's the one that's dwelling out the money as PBC, which is in the name of TGB, Tom Brown's promotional wing. But Al's acting an advisor, but he's controlling everything. So it's a blatant conflict of interest. I don't care what anybody says; it's what it is.
Yeah. So that was the thing I wanted to ask you, because he's a financial advisor. He just advises you. So my thing is, if the financial advisor is the one that just advises you, how come the fighters can't decide? Okay, listen, I want to fight this guy. This is what I'm going to fight.
It's all part of the drinking the Kool-Aid, the Haymon cult. That's what a Haymonite is. They drink that Kool-Aid, and they stick with Al. Al pats them on the head when they're broke. Now that's not the case for Spence, I'm sure, but when they're broke, Al says, "Oh, just I'll get you a fight. Here's 100,000." That was then. This is now. He's not able to do those kind of things anymore, and then he takes that 100,000 back. So by the time the guy makes 250 for a fight, he pays the 100 back, pays all his people around him. The guy's almost broke again. So it's always churn. It's what you call it churning. That's all they're doing. The fighters, they're spinning the wheels. They don't fight often enough to make real money unless they're top fighters.
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying on that, because we do see that a lot of those fighters can't get fight dates, and it is what it is. So we know about the no disparagement clause in the contracts. A lot of people are in an uproar about what Crawford is saying. This is the thing that I see going on online, right? Okay, so the aerosexuals are going crazy, right? They hate Terence Crawford, hate him with a passion. These are, they hate this guy with a passion. All because he wouldn't give a lot of these guys the channels an interview. So I get that. They have the cult-like mentality, aerosexual mentality. I get all of that. The thing that gets me is this. If these fighters are, as I said before, if Errol Spence is the big fish, he's his own boss, why does everything have to go through Al Haymon if he's just an advisor? Do the fighter works for the advisor, or do the advisor works for the fighter?
At all times, the fighter is supposed to be the boss and the advisor advises him, but this is not the case. Heyman's the boss. Earl's not. He's telling Earl when he can fight, who he's fighting, and everything else. Earl's not the boss. Earl's full of shit.
So Crawford also said that when negotiating with Al, he said Spence was nowhere to be found. He said Spence was nowhere to be found. He was just
I know, but I know where he was. He was on his farm, his ranch, playing with his horses and chickens. He said that many times over the years. Okay. And he wasn't answering his cell phone because he looked at the cell phone and he saw Terrence's number. So he just said, fuck him.
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. So him talking to Errol Spence, Terence Crawford is dealing with Al Haymon personally. So this is not no hearsay. This is not something that a YouTube channel was talking about, or some subscribers, or some aerosexuals, or Team Bud, or whatever the case may be. This is from the horse's mouth. The guy that was dealing with Al Haymon personally. Know what he looks like, met him, know what his voice sounds like. So what I noticed that's going on online, there's a lot of records going on about, first they say, okay, well, Crawford don't talk, he don't speak, he need to talk and let everybody know what's going on. One breath, so they mad at him about that. Then he opens up his mouth and speak and tell what's going on. Now they mad at him about that. And I have a saying that I say over here, Rick, if these guys did not have a double standard, they would not have a standard at all. So
it's really a triple standard when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's Crawford doesn't talk, then Crawford talked, okay, but nobody believes him. So now it's a triple standard. So how do you beat that? It's the ignorance of the internet accountants, and what can I tell you? It's what it is.
The internet.
I love Twitter because I've been in the business. It'll be 32 years in January. I'm in 2 Hall of Fames. I'm going to be in Canastota hopefully someday. Yeah. I've been an expert witness in 34 lawsuits. I know my business, and everybody in the business will say I know my business. But these people on the internet that are these LDBCers and these Earl sexuals, these Haymonites, they're smarter than me in professional boxing, but they've never made a dime from the business of professional boxing. Think about that. But they're smarter than I am, who makes a living at it every year. It'll be 32 years in January.
Yeah, I think I'm going to believe some avatars on YouTube, and I'm going to believe some aerosexuals and Wakandas. I'm going to believe them more than I believe you, because even though you have 32 years of experience in boxing, you don't know nothing about the business. I think these YouTube accountants and promoters, I think they know way more than what you know, so I'm going to believe them. Rick, Crawford also said that because everything was dragging on, he made a suggestion to Al Haymon. He said, well, Al, man, since it seemed like this has been going on forever, he's been trying to negotiate with this guy since May. He said, why don't me, you, my attorney, and Errol Spence sit out in the room and let's just try to hammer it out and not leave the room until we make the deal happen. He said Al Haymon told him, he said that'll never happen. He said that's never happened in the history of boxing. You know what I mean? He said that'll never happen. What do you think about that?
Well, that's a lie, because it happened with Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, Ray Leonard wasn't in the room; he was on a conference call.
Okay.
And
Hagler and Sugar Ray, huh? Okay.
Yeah, Hagler, Sugar Ray. Ray,
Interesting.
The 2 Petronellis. Let me get this straight: the 2 Petronellis and Hagler were in Aram's office, and he got what's his name on speakerphone, Ray Leonard, and whoever his advisor was at the time. And in the meantime, they handled it all in like an hour, It was like in record time. This is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. This is this. This is that. This is this. This is that. And everybody was happy, and they made a big fight, mega fight. So
yeah, that was on Bob Arum too, right? Bob Arum was involved in that, right?
Yeah,
Bob Arum.
Yep.
Bob Arum was right there. Yeah.
So yeah, it happens frequently. Joe Calzaghe, Roy Jones, that's how that happened. It was over a conference call. Everybody, because they were over in Wales, and his attorney was in England, and the attorney from that was in the United States was in a suburb of Chicago, and of course Roy Jones was in Pensacola. So they did it on a conference call. There was no Zoom back then. And they did it on a conference call, and that took about an hour and a half. So these things normally, if people want to actually fight each other, these things come together very quickly. Okay, very quickly, and to have it go on since June, let's call it June 1st, and then Floyd comes out with this statement October 7th. Well, the fight's not going to happen, and maybe it'll happen next year, maybe not. Being very indecisive. He was speaking for PBC. He called himself a partner in PBC, which I understand he is.
Right.
And I don't think he would have made those statements without Haymon's permission. And I can't see that happening. And when Earl heard that, he fled. There was no negotiate. He wasn't negotiating two deals at the same time like these idiots think. Okay, he heard that and fled. And I don't blame him. I would have fled. If I was working with him, I would have told him. As I said to you, this fight was never going to happen.
Yeah, you did say that. You said
I've stood by that. Yeah. And I knew it was going to be Al Haymon. It wasn't going to be Spence. It was going to be Al Haymon. But you know what? I believe now that I heard that he never picked up the phone. He was nowhere to be found. I think he leveled with Haymon, leveled with Spence, and this isn't worth the risk. And we can do this. We can do that. Remember something is interesting. They can make a better deal with Thurman and keep it in house. Totally. They don't have to deal with Crawford. They don't have the risk of losing to Crawford because Thurman's not nearly as good as Crawford. He's not deadly dangerous. And Al Haymon can, if he attends the fight, can pull up his seat at ringside, confident that his boy is going to win. And if he doesn't win, he's still got the other guy. Well, this wasn't the case here. So he made a deal. He made it so difficult. What I know is he had two different attorneys on this. Crawford did. Well, if the first one couldn't make the deal, he went out and hired a second one. The first one was in the Chicago area. The second one was from New York City. He hired a second attorney. And after talking with Haymon and getting all the facts together and in dealing with Haymon, this attorney basically said to Crawford, they're not trying to make this fight. They're making the bar so high so you don't take this fight. So there's your answer right there. I mean, the fact with that right there, him hiring two attorneys, what the second attorney told him, and what Floyd said October 7th on Fight Hype, is all you need to know about this. Everything else, if you don't want to believe anything that Crawford said last night, that's up to you. But the fact the hiring two attorneys to make the fight, the second one telling them they're not making this fight, they're not trying to, they're trying to not make this fight, and then Floyd coming out with that statement, that everything else it doesn't mean shit. If you don't have to believe it, it's up to anybody. Doesn't have to believe it, but those facts right there tell you all you really need to know.
Let me get these super chats out the way, because I was saying the same thing. I say these guys have so low IQs. I'm like, dude, you have Tim Smith, VP of Operations for the PBC, that came out January the 7th.
I don't know if they can even spell IQ.
But what I'm saying is, he came out and said that this fight is not going to happen because of economics, right?
He said it last January.
He said it this January.
He said it 5 months before they started to negotiate.
Yeah. So, but check it out though. Just hear me out, Rick. Let me. You cut me off.
Sure.
When Mike Coppinger, I found a video. I found a tweet of Mike Coppinger. He said on September the 30th that this fight. Well, Mike was all over the place, but he said that this fight potentially is not going to happen because of A, B, C, and D. 7 days later, Floyd dropped a video on Fight Hype saying the exact same thing. Now, what I notice about these aerosexuals and these Wakanda guys, this is how I know they slow and they stupid. They're so slow and stupid that they would ignore people who work for the PBC, who are telling you that, hey, this fight is not going to happen because of A, B, C, and D. This fight is not going to happen because of A, B, C, and D. They would ignore the guys who...
Well, wait. Can I take it a step better? Can I take it a step better? Stop you. They think Floyd's the greatest fighter ever, the TBE, but then they don't listen to him when it comes to the business of boxing. Which one is it?
Nah, what it is I'm going to tell you what it is. Their hatred for Terence Crawford is so strong that, and hate is a very powerful emotion. So their hatred for him is so strong that it defies any logic or common sense. You know what I mean? These are the same guys who talk all this BLM bullshit and talk all this, we profile people, but they hate this guy that looks just like them. I'm saying this, you ain't got to say nothing on this, but this is what I'm saying. So this is what I bang on every day with these guys. The hypocrisy and the double standards is befuddling to me. You get what I'm saying? But let me get these super chats out of the way. Shout out to this Reaper. What you say, fam? Hey, okay. You say Al's so screwed up. I hear Tank and Ryan negotiations is now going rocky. Yeah, I'm hearing. Yeah. I mean, I never seen a guy. He can't do anything wrong. Everything is right, and they pick and choose when they want to be pro this and pro that. I ain't got no respect for none of these clowns. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Hey, okay. Drop another half for bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What you think? He said, shout out to Slick Rick for shutting down the TBV propaganda machine the other day. All right, Slick Rick, I didn't know you was on the Boxing Voice. Okay, TBV, you was on the Boxing Voice. Okay. Hold on, let me get these super chats out the way, Rick. Let me get these super chats out the way because people been sitting here waiting for a minute. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I want to say, you say salute, Coach and Rick. He said, cook these Wakanda clowns. They hate that. They hate when I call them that. The more I found, y'all should have never let me know y'all hate that word Wakanda. Guess what? That is your birth name. Your first name and your last name from this point forward. And you aerosexuals, I can't stand y'all. Shout out to Rice Eater. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
This brother here said, what I love about the TC video is that about the 15-minute and 25-second mark, he talks directly to Spence and dares him to speak on it and or challenge anything that he says. So we haven't heard anything from Spence yet. Maybe Al Haymon to give a permission to reply back to what Terence Crawford has said.
Why don't you offer to put both guys on here together at the same time, and you can be the mediator?
Nah, I got a no-fly zone over here, man. I don't know if you heard, but I heard from the grapevine that no PBC fighter can do any interviews with me. They can't be seen on my show or anything. So that's what I heard.
They're their own boss. They're their own boss.
Power to the people for your ass. Shout out to Will for dropping that quarter of a bam, dubbing your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I do not play. Shout out to Will. What'd you say, family? You say, in your professional opinion, Rick, after years of being in boxing, what's the reason we are not getting this fight ultimately?
Hey, Al Haymon.
I hope you got your answer. Will. He said Al Haymon. Shout out to Drew. Drew, what's going on, baby boy? From LA. Yay. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dubbing your boy.
Tell Rick what? Tell Rick is right about Paramount, but this timing about when it would shut down Showtime after today's evening, yeah, it's going to be faster than now because their third quarter earnings were bad, and let alone Paramount streaming was way up, so it's not going to be at the end of 2023. It'll be within months now. 100%.
Yeah, within months. Yeah, because Paramount. Yeah, I Drew sent me that, and then I went to the news. I went on Yahoo Finance. And I saw that damn Paramount. Their third quarter didn't look so well. So they talked about speeding up the process of
Yeah,
shutting
but
down.
Paramount Streaming's already got 46 million subscribers.
Right.
So Paramount Streaming is carrying them now.
Yeah. So they're saying they're going to, from what I read, and I have it right here on my phone, they're going to speed up the process in phasing out Showtime or merging them with Paramount and cutting.
Yeah, but they're only going to name. They're only going to merge them in name only, and use Showtime programming on the Paramount. It's not going to be two separate companies anymore.
Okay, so
that's an overlap of employees, and they're not going to do that. Then why would they do that?
Right. Yeah. I see exactly what you're saying. So if Showtime shut down, get out of the boxing business, and this is what Agent Broner was talking about. He said, "Man, it's looking bad over there, Showtime." And he said, "Man, he said they was going to be fighting on Twitter." he said that that's what Agent Broner was saying about there was no money, no guarantee money for Crawford or Spence. That's what Agent Broner said. So he would know more about it than anyone that's on the internet as well. Crawford also said that he never heard of a fighter, especially of his caliber, but of a fighter getting 0% guarantee in a fight. And he said that sounded like something new to him since he's been in boxing for, I think, past 14 years or something like that. He also said, but he wanted to make the fight happen, even though he knew he was going to get F'd around by Al Haymon, but that's how bad he wanted that fight at the time. Well, that's how bad he wanted the fight. He didn't say at the time. But can you give me some examples of, is this the norm, fighters, especially of that caliber, not getting any guarantee?
The only fight that I remember that neither fighter got a guarantee, was Joe Calzaghe, Roy Jones, November 8th, 2008. And coincidentally, I made that fight. I was the matchmaker for the show, but I was awarded that because I actually made the bout. And both guys were their own promoters. They co-promoted the show, and they both ended up making, I believe it was $4,050,000 a piece. $4,150,000 a piece, I believe, was the number they both made. So
they didn't get no guarantee. They just
no, they were their own promoters.
It was their own promoters. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a dumb question, but I have to ask this question to the low IQ Wakandas. Were they allowed to look at see the revenue that's coming in, so they'll know how much they're getting paid, or was that what's help from them?
HBO is the one that handled all that. They did the distribution of the fight, and they actually agreed to hire me. They had to sign off on hiring me. They didn't hire me, but they had to sign off on it. And John Wirt was the leader. He's the one that brought me, and he's a boxing attorney, and he was running Square Ring at the time, Roy Jones's promotional company. And it worked out very well for everybody. Everybody walked away happy, including myself.
So hold on, let me read this down super chat. Shout out to Destin for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, who is Rick's protege who we can trust to give us this kind of information?
I don't have one. You can't. My knowledge can't be passed on. I mean, my nephew wanted to go in the boxing business with me and be like my assistant. I says, you got to be streetwise. You got to have moxie. You got to have charisma. You got to have boxing knowledge. You have to understand the science of the game. You have to have the connect. I mean, there's 15 things that have to come together to make the person that I am. And I'm not bragging. It's just what reality is.
Yeah, you got to have the experience. Shout out to Stiff Jab, dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Well, I'm glad to see there's no $1.99 donors today and $2 donors. I'm really glad to see that. It's much appreciated.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Steve Jobs. He said when Errol said if the fight don't happen, it won't be because of me. He was referring to his boss then. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. At this point, we do know that nobody is their own bosses over there, and Al Haymon is the guy. He's the ultimate guy. You got the aerosexuals and the Wakandas. They talking online, but we saw from the Wilder and Robert Helenius fight, these guys don't buy pay-per-views. So it's just a bunch of broke dudes, broke females online arguing, debating, saying
Can I
this and that.
can I just ask one question?
But
With so many people watching from Mama's basement, do they get a good internet connection down there? Are they hearing us all right? I'm just curious.
yeah, I don't know, man. You know me, man. I get two fucks about them. They come over here every day. I try to run them off the block. Some of them are even subscribed to me, but I do my best to disrespect them and try to get them off the block, but they still here. Rick, check this out. Crawford said something else. He said something else in this interview that was very, very telling to me. He said that when it came to the transparency issue, he said that was the sticking point for Al Haymon. Like, you know, because he said they're supposed to be 50-50 partners. He get no guarantee.
No, 65-35.
All right, hold on, hear me out. Yeah, I'm getting to that. He's saying as a mate to going into the deal because he doesn't have a promoter. He's going in there with his attorneys, right? So he agreed to everything, yada 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 yada. But what he said was very common sense to me. He said, okay, if I'm going to get 35% or something, I at least need this, you know, to see what I'm getting 35% of. You know, like after everything, you know, the profits come in and stuff like that.
Yep.
I want to see what I'm getting 35% of. Now the Wakandas and the aerosexuals are saying that Crawford should just take what we give them. Don't be asking questions. Just sign this and sign that. That's what these dumbass motherfuckers be saying online. But Crawford made a valid point. He said, man, listen, who is going to go to their job, say, hey, I sign a contract to do A, B, C, and D, but then you're not going to let me see exactly what is it that I'm getting paid. Say Al Haymon telling him, look, you're not going to see what you're getting paid. You know, no any transparency on that end of the bargain.
Well,
you just got to trust me and take what I tell you.
Here's one of the reasons why. Here's one of the reasons why. Because Al Haymon doesn't turn in the foreign TV money on the profit sharing to these fighters. He takes the money through another corporation, and it never shows up in the books of Al that the fighters are looking at. It goes to a side corporation. And that foreign TV money is very sizable per show, very, very big, and as low as the PBC pay-per-view numbers have been recently in the last years, since last December the 5th, when Tank Davis only did 52,000 buys against Isaac Cruz, the pay-per-view number is a big percentage of the gross revenues for a show because they're not doing great pay-per-view numbers. So, and that money's going south and is sliding into Haymon's pockets.
Shout out to Damian Bennett, man. Salute to you, fam. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over.
What did he say? Fannin was ridiculous in his video. All I couldn't was shake my head.
Shake his head, yeah.
Listen, anytime Fannin, even his name even shows up on Twitter, I just shake my head. It's never good.
Oh, he's gonna do a video about you
tomorrow.
Well,
Whoa! Inflation! Come on, $1.99. Come on, inflation. Have you ever heard of inflation?
Oh man, here you go. Shout out to Drew. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Drew gave a half a dub earlier, so that's my dog. That's my dog, Drew. He said actors. What you said? You said actors take a gross. He said actors take a gross deal, never net. He said horrible deal. And again, all this is this is a bunch of fake outrage. Like, again, these guys, I'm going to explain something to you what's going on, Rick. These people are not fans of the sport of boxing. It's like my brother, Blood Boxing says, Retro Boxing and Documentaries. What happens is we have a fight coming up this weekend. I will be covering it tomorrow and Friday. But these guys talk more about their hatred for certain fighters and put certain narratives while they're working on their minimum wage job or at their baby mama's house or at the baby mama's house playing the PS5, smoking on the Knick sack. They do so much of this, and I'm like, dude, and they argue about millionaires who they don't know, who they never seen before, who they never spoken to. One guy is an invisible man. You don't even know if he's dead or alive. But, you know, unless somebody tell you. And it befuddles me. So what's going on boxing Twitter, Rick, and on YouTube, boxing, you really don't have many boxing fans on social media, right? And what you have now is a bunch of fanboys. You have, different variations of them. I call them Wakandas, heterosexuals, slow learner disability boxing community supporters. You know, that's what's going on. They come over here. A lot of them in the chat right now. They watch it right now. They won't hit the like button. I do my best to disrespect y'all. I don't respect you aerosexuals or you Wakandas. I don't like you. I don't even know how to fuck you over here. You get what I'm saying? But since you're over here, once I get Rick Glaser off this show, I'm gonna do everything in my power to disrespect y'all bitch ass. I promise you that. But anyways, Rick, sorry about that.
Don't let me stop you. Start right now. The disrespect.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so my thing is this. So the transparency is very, very important for the simple fact that you're not, you just can't take somebody's word on something. For instance, let's say he was to fight Errol Spence, and after the fight, Al Haymon say, "Look here, baby boy, I got $300,000 for you." That's all the fight really made. After everything, I got $300,000 for you. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's common sense. So he's not wrong.
Listen.
In my opinion.
All this was done to not make the fight.
Yeah.
The lawyer said it best. They're putting up roadblocks not to make this fight. That's what was going on here. All Terence was asking for was decency, fairness, and decency. He couldn't even get that.
Yeah. So
it's self-explanatory. But all these people will jump on Al Haymon's Johnson so hard. He needs the Vaseline with the special ointment in it. I mean, it's a joke. They're a joke. He's ruining boxing. Doesn't anybody get it? He's stopping the best fights. Okay? And the fighters that say they're bosses, they're listening to him. They're not bosses, they're minions, they're lackeys.
Would it be safe to say that so now Spence is rumored to be fighting Showtime, my main man one time, Keith Thurman. Now, I got a lot of love for Keith Thurman. Now he's from Florida.
You know why he's called one time? Because he fights one time every 30 months.
Hey man, look here, man. Listen, that's the past, Rick. That's the past. One time, that's my main man. He's a Florida boy now. I'm gonna ride with one time, but you do make a valid point. You do make a valid point. So what say you? Okay, Spence is going to fight Keith Thurman, he said he'll never fight. He's going to fight Keith Thurman according to what we're hearing. What we're hearing. Crawford going to fight Avanesian. Do you see? Now Showtime looks like they're getting phased out a whole lot faster than we originally thought they were. So if Showtime gets faded out.
Well, I don't want you to think my information was incorrect that I got. That's not the case. It's the case that they came out with the earnings now, and they saw how shitty their earnings were, and they saw how great the Paramount streaming's going, the Paramount Plus streaming app is going. So now they're making the switch over quicker so they can cut down on their corporate overhead, which is downing the Showtime as far as the employees go, and moving on and grouping that in with the streaming in the Paramount Plus. So my information was correct. It's just happening at a faster rate because of the losses.
No, I'm not saying your information was
No, I'm not. I'm just clarifying that. That's all. You didn't say anything.
Yeah. Shout out to Fotex. I want to say, fam, you say so. Errol's not his own boss after all this time he claimed. I mean, everybody knew it. It was a well known. Everybody pretty much. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, because a lot of these dudes pushing these narratives want to say this stuff, but we know what it is. Shout out to Retro. You say never give up Wakanda in the street can. But baby, blood, what you got going on? Blood, that's my brother Retro boss in the documentary, Florida boy, man. Shout out to Drew. Dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Unblock Shaq Sell, please. That's funny.
Hey, you got I see you be going to war. Shout out to my brother, man, from Omaha, Nebraska, True Grit 4-2, man. True Grit, what's going on, my man? Crawford did. Now, it's another thing Crawford said in his interview. He said, listen, man, Floyd Mayweather did come out October the 7th and confirmed that, hey, man, the Spence-Crawford fight, the Spence-Crawford fight is not going to happen this year. He said this. So I had this one guy call me, and he said that even though that the reports came out and it's been confirmed that from Floyd Mayweather that Crawford and Spence fight will not happen this year. Even though that it's been confirmed by Floyd Mayweather, business partner of the PBC, the fight will not happen this year. One guy called me and told me that, hey, man, Crawford ducked Spence because he should have just sat around and waited.
No, they were trying to.
Until next year. Until next year.
If the fight, if they had any intentions of making the fight, they were trying to dry him out
Yeah.
and have him be inactive. Okay, and that's not what he was going to let happen. They didn't know that Crawford could have an option. They thought they were only the game in town, and Earl outslicked them. I'll tell you where else Earl outslicked them. He called their bluff when Heyman offered him
Oh, you mean
35%,
Spence?
no guarantee.
No. You mean Crawford? Crawford outslicked him, not Earl.
Yeah, Crawford outslicked Heyman when he said I'll take that 35%. Then Heyman was stunned and then had to back up and come up with 40 million excuses because he never thought that Earl would say that Crawford would say yes, and they could say, oh, he ducked, he wanted too much money. No, he didn't want too much money. He wanted to make the fight. It's common sense. What's stopping people from recognizing common sense?
That's
Take
easy.
the blinders off, you dumb bastards.
That's easy. Their hatred for Terence Crawford. Now this is one
And
of
by
my.
the way, Terence is not a hateable guy, by the way. I've met him in person. He was very cordial. I have nothing negative to say. I met him one time in Fresno back in 2000 and I don't even know what year it was anymore, but just a few years ago. I know the fight was Jamal Herring and Lamont Roach was there.
Yeah.
So whatever that was.
Yeah, listen, we got a bunch of Wakanda. Well, listen, we got a bunch of aerosexuals and Wakandas in here. Check this out, man. Check this out. You guys have an opportunity to leave. I don't like you. My name is Coach Malachi Williams, New Media Today USA Boxing. I know the boxing channels that you come from. I don't like you nor your channels. I don't even know why you over here. So all you Wakandas, go back to your baby mama house. Go to the strip club. Go back to twerking. Go back to doing all that on your PS5, smoking on the Knicks sack. I don't like you. I don't even know why you're over here. And you aerosexuals, go back to doing the fugazi stuff that you like to do. Kissing rappers, eating chocolate-covered strawberries with your legs crossed in the bed, talking about some, it's warm. This is not the channel for you. So I just want to let you know that. Now, let me address this dude right here, Rick. He said both these guys dislike Al Haymon, obviously. I don't give a fuck about Al Haymon. You want to know why? Because whatever a Wakanda nigga like, I don't like. So I don't give a damn about Al Haymon, and I don't give a damn about you.
If he comes up with another $8, I'll tell him exactly how I feel about Al Haymon.
Yeah, other than that, that's it. I don't give a damn about that shit. I don't give a damn. I want that smoke.
How long will Weasel Espinosa have a job? Not too long.
Shout out to Drew.
Hey, okay.
He said, how long will Weezy Espinosa have a job? Yes, sir.
He's probably, being a corporate executive, he's probably got a contract, but they might pay him and he might not work for the next year or something like that. That happens. So we'll see.
Shout out to
Or they might put him in law. They might put him in the law department, something like that. He will not have a power position anymore. That's most likely.
Hey, okay.
He said for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. He say Spence life is in Al Haymon's hands. He said, "Well, that man just deciding. I guess he not a Biggie Smalls fan. I mean, it is what it is, fam. It is a tough love boxing. It is what it is. Like people can say what they want to say, right? But I say this all the time. Who am I going to believe? Am I going to believe Terence Crawford or Tim Smith of the PBC? I'm gonna believe Floyd Mayweather of the PBC. Am I going to believe them, or am I going to believe a Wakanda YouTube channel, an aerosexual YouTube channel who don't know Floyd, don't know Al Haymon, don't know Tim Smith, don't know any of these guys? Am I going to believe a aerosexual or Wakanda YouTube channel, or am I going to believe the people who exactly work for the PBC? I'm not going to believe any avatars, dudes typing behind avatars. I'm not going to believe any of that, or some clowns on Twitter. I'm gonna believe the people who are directly in negotiations, who are talking to them. So it's simple as that for me. It's really simple as that. But yeah, man, shout out to Tough Glove Boxing, man. I appreciate that, fam. I really appreciate that. Shout out to Lunar Glider.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say, what you say, Lunar? You say salute, Coach and Rick. Always enjoy the knowledge you bring to boxing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out to my brother. Shout out to NLE that's in the chat. Shout out to my brother, man, Retro Boxing and Documentaries. This dude right here, man, Blood Boxing, this is my main man right here, right? And he's very knowledgeable when it comes to the sport. And he broke it down to me, and he said, man, listen, let me tell you something. These dudes, he's been on YouTube since 2007. He said, these dudes are not fans of the sport of boxing. This is something new. And you can tell, these guys are personality worshipers. They like fighters who eat chocolate covered strawberries, like kissing on boys, like playing with
Ass
that
kissing.
meat, They fanboys, you know, they everything other than boxing. Like, we got a fight coming up this weekend. You know, they not interested in the fight. So I do my best to try to roast these guys, run them off the block. We got one more super chat. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
What's he saying?
Received.
What's he saying?
Playtime's over,
Rick is
boy,
what?
boy.
No, he said, Rick, here is $20. He said, tell me how you really feel about Al. I plead the fifth. You know, because they say, man, he don't like Al. I don't like Al.
He's the ruination of professional boxing in America. That's what it is. That's a great reason. That's a great reason for a boxing lifer like I am to dislike the man.
It is. I don't give a damn. So, least y'all can do. Hit that like button. We got 313 likes. Least y'all can do. Hit the like button. You sitting here moonlighting. Hit the like button, Wakandas. I know you're here.
Guys. It doesn't. And women, it doesn't cost anything, and it's painless. Hit that motherfucking like button.
So my thing is this. Do you foresee these guys, Spence, Crawford, meeting up next year sometime? Still going to have the same issue with Al Haymon. If they don't want to if Al Haymon don't want to make the fight, he doesn't want to make the fight. Period.
No, there's only three ways this fight gets made. Is if he goes to a new network and says, you have to give us Spence and Crawford, okay, or we're not doing a deal with you long term. And he has to do the fight. So he uses Earl as a pawn. That's what it really is a pawn. Or Earl turns to him one day and says, Crawford's got me $20 million or $25 million. And then see you later, Al Haymon, if he really wants to fight him, he's really his own boss. Okay, that's the second way. The third thing is that an investor comes along, or a third party that is telling Haymon what to do. Some people are strong enough to do that.
Yeah,
I do know one thing. If Crawford was still involved with Daniel Kinahan, this fight would have been made already within an hour. I think Kinahan had those persuasive powers to get these things done.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I didn't say anything allegedly, reputedly, or supposedly. I just said he's got ways of getting things done. Daniel's one of my favorite people. We get along great. We got along great. I mean, obviously I haven't talked to him in a while since this thing came down April 12th. But I have nothing but respect for the guy. I honor our friendship. I think I'm loyal. He's a great guy, and I don't care what's happening. He's still my friend. So,
as it relate to last time I had you on the show, we talked about the state of boxing, what's going on. I do see a situation that's going on with Ryan Garcia as it relate to Tank Davis as well. Tank Davis is a phenomenal fighter. I really like Tank a lot. Ryan Garcia, he's a good fighter as well. These are big fights. It seems like that, I can go to countless examples where fights were made from fighters who were with the PBC and they was able to leave and make fights with the zone. Mikey Garcia, Danny Jacobs.
I'm listening.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, Danny Jacobs.
Keep going. I just want to get so icy.
All right. Danny Jacobs, stuff like that. I don't know what it is about this one guy. Well, I do know what it is about this one guy, Terence Crawford. He gets a lot of hate. That is true. Gets a lot of hate. Most of the YouTube channels, they don't like him. Their subscribers, they slow ass subscribers don't like him, and that's fine. I call them Wakandas, aerosexuals. That's what they are, anyways. But the thing is this here. I'm just saying for me, Rick. I don't foresee anything changing next year unless something happens like what you're saying. If Al Haymon was to get with a different network and that network says, hey, look your big boy.
Or if it's a matter of let's say Paramount want to take on boxing there and say, hey, you have to give us that fight or there's no deal long term. And you've got to give us this fight, and you got to give us that fight. Al Haymon will be rolling these guys, blowing these guys throwing these guys under the bus just to get a deal. He'll be so desperate. So yeah, it can happen.
So basically, what you're saying is Paramount.
Listen, Mayweather and Pacquiao didn't come together till Les Moonves, the CEO of at that time of CBS, who was Showtime's parent company, and said, "Make this fight or else," to Haymon and Espinoza in a telephone call. Okay, and then it was made quickly. Bob Arum knows the story. He's repeated it many times.
Yeah. Shout out to Reggie.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Reds, what's going on? Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Dirty Red.
Hey, okay.
Dirty Red say for dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Dirty Red, what to say, fam? He said, I bet Spence thinking about that 25 mil as we speak. Man, you know, again, I have to preface this, guys. We heard what Terence Crawford said. Now, Terence Crawford just posted on Twitter that I saw earlier. He said, if there's anything that I said that was a lie, he said, tell Errol Spence to come out and refute what I'm saying. Let him come out and refute anything I'm saying. He said, I bet he won't do that. You know what I mean? So because we've heard, because you'll have some people say, well, we only heard what Terence Crawford said. We don't believe him. He lying. But these are coming from people who never liked him in the first place. So I can't take a guy who already have a predisposed disposition against an individual, their opinion or whatever they say, seriously. So my thing is this, okay, Haymon ain't gonna say shit. He's a deaf mute. He don't say shit. He the invisible man. So Errol Spence can come out and clear a lot of stuff up. You know what I mean? You know, but he's gonna have to stop kissing Yellow Beezy and get off that lean, allegedly, and you know what I mean, and stop dancing behind dudes, and stop eating chocolate covered strawberries with his legs crossed on the bed, talking about some, oh, it's warm. Yeah, he got to stop doing that. Bring his ass out there and do what Crawford did. Talk to the people. Let the people know what's going on. If Terence Crawford is lying, he need to set the record straight and say the man lying, and say what happened. If he don't do that, as far as I'm concerned, I believe what Crawford said. I ain't gonna believe that no aerosexual gonna say. Salute the Dirty Red in the building, man. Salute. So all you aerosexuals, why don't you reach out to your boy? Reach out to your boy. Tell him to stop kissing on Beezy. Reach out to your boy. Let him know, look here, man. Coach Malachi Williams is saying, won't you come on out, baby boy, and talk to the people. Let the people know what time of TI is, man, because you out here looking bad out here on these streets. Because we know the invisible man, the deaf mute, Al Haymon don't say a goddamn thing. We know that for a fact. So all you Wakandans that's in the chat, all you aerosexuals, this message is for you. Take it back to your YouTube daddies, like Mark Nash would say. Take it back to your YouTube daddies and let them know, man, Coach Malachi Williams put out a PSA. We are the hottest boxing podcast, daytime podcast on the YTBC. I am the most hated. Don't give a damn about you aerosexuals. Don't like you Wakandas. Don't like you Wakanda YouTube channels or aerosexual YouTube channels. I am your open enemy. I care nothing about you guys. Remember that, okay?
How do you feel about me?
You all right, man. You all right. You all right. You all right. You know what I mean? You ain't, you all right. Hey, but Rick, check this out, man. This what I need for you to do for me. A lot of these guys, a lot of these Nick Sacks, I call them Nick Sacks as well. A lot of these Nick Sack dudes who argue about money all the time, hide behind the avatar, they like to talk about money and contracts all the time, right? They know nothing about contracts. Really don't know too much about money because they broke and they ain't got none. But I want to say this. We need you to give us some examples of entertainment contracts, right? Like and I know I'm not saying for you to do it now because I know this can be very, very long. Like it's not something that you can explain in like 2-3 minutes. But I would love to get you back on here, right? And me and you just do a show, maybe not even a show, but just one-on-one. You know, I send you the link one-on-one, and you can just break down some things. I'm not asking you to show anybody's contracts because I don't want you to get in trouble or nothing like that. But just give me some examples of, what certain bad, what is a bad contract? What is a good contract? What is an exceptional contract? Or a fair contract? Give me some examples of that, and give me some of the lingo that goes on.
I think that's a whole show, and I'd be glad to do that for you and all your quality listeners. But the problem is, are they listening, paying attention, and absorbing this, or are they just going to like fluff it off and say, "Oh, look at this jerk off"? You know what I mean? Because but we'll do our best to educate them, Coach.
Yeah. The thing is, we're not doing it for the detractors. We're going to do it for the people who really, really have a love for the sport. And since everybody's always talking about contract 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you, sign the contract, I would like to have someone who specializes in the business of boxing versus a YouTube channel that's an aerosexual YouTube channel or a Wakanda YouTube channel who has a bias and a hatred towards either fighter. I want to focus on, hey, look here, man, just give me an example of this, break it down for me. And for the people who want to know, for the people who really are interested, this ain't for the Nick Sachs, the Wakandas, and the aerosexuals. This is for the true boxing fans who want to know. So you said you'd be willing to do that for me?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. All right, man. Listen, Rick, man, I had you for an hour. You know what I mean? Is there anything else that you want to say on this? Because I want to open up the phone lines and see how many Wakandas I can get to call the show today.
Does that mean you got to get me off now? How does that work?
Yeah. I got to get you off now. I had an hour of your time. So
if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, it's at Real Rick Glaser 1. I've got like around 5,500 followers in that area. And came on in January 2020. There's 11 fake Rick Glaser accounts out there. I don't know why. My wife said to me, all these people want to be Rick Glaser. I don't know why, she says, but they do. But in the meantime there you go. So at Real Rick Glaser 1 is my Twitter handle, and I answer all boxing questions. I'm available, and this is my business. So there you go, Coach.
Hold on. I have one more chat. I got one more. Somebody want me to read this super chat before I let you go. Shout out to Daytona. Hey, okay. He said, read my super chat to Rick, my last one. What is your last super chat? You sent one or no? Daytona, here you go. Sorry about that. Shout out to Daytona. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime.
What's it say?
Boy.
He said you could sit here and pretend that Bud did the right things. He said Bud couldn't wait to negotiate a deal with Haymon because he already had a plan for December the 10th. He said you're the ones pushing narratives out of Texas.
No, he didn't. That's totally wrong. When he didn't start negotiation or knew anything about that deal until after October 7th, and that came together within 36 hours. Okay, the CEO of the BLK Prime told me that himself, Desmond, in a conversation, and it was not till after October 7th. So there you go. So that's completely wrong, off base, and painting Terence as a dueling dealer, and he's not. He's not that sophisticated. Thank you.
Yeah, that dude there's an aerosexual. He's out of Texas, so he's an aerosexual.
Of course.
He's an aerosexual. Hey, aerosexual. What's your name, Damon? I appreciate you, Daytona. I appreciate the half a dub, though. I appreciate that, and the $2. But you still an aerosexual, fuck boy. Shout out. I already read that one now. Shout out to WCS. Hey, okay. Dropping that half a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
What's it say?
Shout out to my brother World Comeback Sports. He said, fire show, New Media Today USA Boxing and Rick Glaser. Yes, sir. Shout out to World Comeback Sports. I appreciate that, fam. Shout out to Rice Eater. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say Spence bum ass talking about back end money off a $25 million deal, but they never had $5 million guaranteed. He say he ain't getting $3 million versus on Thurman. I hope he get as much money as he can. You know what I mean? I really do, but it is what it is. Rick, one more again, let everybody know how they can get in contact with you. I want to open up these phone lines. I'm ready to blaze today. I'm ready to blaze.
My website is glaserboxing.com, GLASERBOXING.com. My phone number's on there. My email address is on there. I'm very accessible. I don't hide like Al Haymon.
Okay, yeah, that's good, man. Hey, Rick, man, salute to you, fam. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will give you a call so we can do this again.
Thank you. Great being on, and best regards to everybody. Thank you.
Shout out to Rick Glaser, man. Salute. Round of applause. Give Rick Glaser a round of applause. Shout out to Drew for dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about these niggas, man. These goddamn aerosexual Wakanda. I hate these niggas I hate these niggas with a passion for real, dog. Like you can see the disgust in my face. He said, congrats to Rick on BLK Prime. Yes, sir. You can see the disgust on my face. Phone lines open, man. 530-4949. 9636. Any nigga got a problem, call me. Talk to me. Any nigga got a problem, talk to me. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to my sister Lisa Bells.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super
Let the
chat
games begin.
received.
Let the games begin.
Boy.
He said, Lisa Bell said $5 cash out. Salute, sis. Thanks for the cash out. Let the games begin. Jason Mones, your bitch ass better not call here today. If you call, you better have that phone number showing. I would not answer. I would not answer any no ID phone calls. I would not answer any no ID phone calls. We have a fight coming up this weekend with Dimitri Bivol and my main man Zerto, right? That's my main man Shelton Moore. He loves Zerto. So that's what it is. Shout out to Jamario. Jamario, what's going on, fam? Knockdown 305. My brother, Smith and West, Detroit versus everybody. Damian Bennett, Lil Green Eyes P, Anna Lee, what's going on, sis? Dr. Paul Evans, Old Dirty Boxing. It is what it is. Phone lines is open, man. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Adrian from D Block, D Town, D City.
D Block, talk to me, fam.
I love it, Coach. I knew it. I love how you got Rick Glaser in the show. Man, Coach, you make me proud, man. That's what I'm telling you, Coach. You got to believe what I say sometimes, Coach. You know, Rick Glaser, I mean, I know he has his own theories. You got your own thing. But at the end of the day, I love this. Al Haymon is being exposed by real, true. This is what all we needed was true boxing fans to be acknowledged, you know, to be respected by coming out from Terence Crawford, coming out of his own way and to be free, finally, from this Spence speculation. So what do you think Spence is going to do, Coach?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got a perfect answer. He's going to do whatever the fuck Al Haymon tell him to do. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. Whatever the fuck his financial advisor tells him to do, that's what that boy going to do, period.
And the crazy part about all this, like I told you, Coach, Tank Davis will never be his own man. He will be his own pay-per-view star because he's always going to be held back. He's always going to be held back by Floyd and Al Haymon. Errol Spence, it will go the same way, Coach. I got mad respect for you. I got mad respect for Glaser. And thank God, hallelujah, we free at last, Coach.
Shout out to Adrian, man. Shout out to Adrian. I think honestly, guys, I think Tank gonna be all right. I think he got from under Mayweather Promotions. Tank is still trying to make this fight with Ryan Garcia. I'm hoping that we do get this fight. I think Tank gonna be all right. I think Tank has been a little bit more vocal. So I think Tank gonna be all right. I still don't know if that fight gonna happen though with him and Ryan Garcia because I think the politics we may see the same shit that's going on with Spence and Crawford. Shout out to Al Money.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What do you say? You say, Coach, the fight is tomorrow in the daytime? You talking about Zerto? You talking about Zerto and which fight you talking about? Zerto, you talking about Zerto? Zerto, November the 5th? Nah. That fight November the 5th, fam. I don't know which fight you're talking about. That fight is November the 5th. Shout out to Evan Castillo.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Evan say it's Jason Voorhees and wears his ski mask. That's why he say that's why we can't understand what the clown says. Salute, Coach, much love. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate that. Yeah, listen, man. You can't be playing with these low IQ ass niggas, man. When they rear their ugly head, these niggas and these females that rear their ugly head, you chop their head off. I do everything in my power to disrespect their bitch ass because I don't respect them. Because you talk all that pro-black shit and white man shit, but you pick which white man you want to support. You pick which black man you want to support and then shit on the other black man. You niggas do the most, tear down your own kind all the time. You niggas and your bitches that's over there with them. You get what I'm saying? So this what y'all do. I call you out on your double standards and your hypocrisy. I just ain't gonna play with you. I don't give a fuck what you call me, nigga. If you don't like what I'm saying, unsubscribe and leave. You over Wakanda nigga YouTube channel, you subscribe to me, unsubscribe and leave. I don't want you over here. I don't like you. I don't care if you're a Hispanic. Wakanda nigga, I don't like you. I don't care if you're a black Wakanda nigga, I don't like you. I don't care if you're a white Wakanda nigga, I don't like you. Take your bitch ass back to your baby mama Section 8 apartment and go back and play the PS5, dog. This ain't the spot for you. We like boxing over here. We don't like dick ride. Okay? That's how I feel about it. Nigga don't like what I'm saying, call it to the show. Straighten me. Straighten the old boy. I need some straightening. 530-494-9636. Shout out to East Money. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Wakanda is dead. Thanks for the knowledge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is as a matter of fact. Let me show you who this dude is. He said, "You talk gangster for what?" I'm not talking gangster at all, sir. I'm not a gangster. He said, "Come to Arrow Fight, Texas." Now this is Jason Mones. Let me show you guys something. How do I know this is Jason Mones? I promise you, when I click on this is going to be a subscriber that doesn't have any. He probably won't have any subscribers. I'm going to show you. Let's click on it right here. Let's go to his channel. Yep, this is Jason Mones. See, this is what he chose to do. Let me show you guys something. See, these do so much cowards. They create all these burner accounts, right? They create all these burner accounts. These do so much cowards. Now, this is the guy that sent me super chat. Daytona. Home. As you can see, he has no content. No content. Guess when this account was made? July 2022. This what these dudes have, right? They have a bunch of burner accounts. These Wakanda Nick sack selling niggas. They so much shaking shaking like booty meat. They can't even come with their own accounts. This what they do. I just want you guys to see this. This what they do. I know these guys very well. Know them very well. And this is why I disrespect them the way I do. Because I can. Talk about something. Come to Texas. Come to Texas. Hit the contract. Sign the contract. Come to Texas. I'm going to pull up. Yeah. You niggas ain't pulled up on nobody yet. YouTube been around since what, 2007? You ain't pulled up on nobody. You ain't did nothing to nobody. You want to know why? Because you don't want to deal with the consequences of your actions. Last time I checked, ain't none of these niggas trying to do no time. You ain't trying to go to the state penitentiary or the federal penitentiary. And you ain't trying to deal with the consequences of your actions. So miss me with that bullshit. Phone lines open though. Phone lines is open. You can call the show. Talk to the old boy. I ain't scared of a conversation. Shout out to Tommy Guns for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What did he say for me? He said, Coach, why was the Rolly fight easier to make than Ryan Garcia fight? Oh, because Rolly's on the same side of the street. You got to understand, Rolly is a PBC fighter. So that was easier to make, and that was always in the plans versus someone that's cross networks. It is what it is. If it's someone that's signed to another promotional company or with a different network, what's been consistent with the PBC is they really don't like doing anything outside of their banter. Now Top Rank does the same thing. But Top Rank is a little bit more flexible. I will say that. We did go live. Was that yesterday morning? We went live yesterday, and we did see a match room and Top Rank cross promotion. We saw that again with Kayla Meyer and what my sister name, Alicia Baumgartner. So we saw that again. So match room, as you can see, this Jason Mones. No caller ID. I know these guys very well. I ain't got time to talk to you, dog. Show your phone number, Jason. I know you're a little boy. Show your phone number, man. Show your phone number, Jason. I told you, no caller ID. I did not just give a speech saying I'm not doing any no caller IDs. If you call my line, no caller ID, I'm not answering. That message was specifically for you, Jason. Specifically for you. Okay? Let's get it. Phone lines over, man. 530-494-9636. Shout out to WCS. Okay. So what's up, man? What you say? Jay Cena was on my channel earlier. Probably the Bombasa community. Yeah, he goes around trolling. Listen, I told you. Listen, WCS. I told you these Nick Sack niggas broke it in a motherfucker, dog. They broke. They go around from channel to channel, ride, you know, they leave one dick, jump on another dick, leave another dick, jump on another dick. They go from dick to dick. That's what they do. That's what they do. And they like stuff like this. They like stuff like this. Oh, hold on. They love stuff like this.
Yes. Yes. Surprise. You gay. That's not all. Go in there. Yes. Yes.
It is warm.
Yes. I love you. Just because.
They like fugated shit like that. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Right, it's Dirty Red out of Mississippi. Coach, what's
Dirty
up,
Red,
right?
talk to me, my brother. Dirty Red, my brother, man. Dirty Red, talk to me.
Like, what's happening, man? Man, I guess they didn't catch your show when you broke down the fact that sometimes the promoter's interest and the fighter interest are completely opposite. And it seems like that's the case here. If there's a $25 million guarantee for Spence, it's probably in Errol Spence's best interest to take it. But it's probably not in Al Haymon's best interest to let him get that fight because he got another motive going on. You know what I'm saying? They got different things going on with their network. You know, their budget probably still. They probably need certain fighters to kind of ensure that they can get another big budget to, you know, keep their company going. And they may even have to even work with a network that they never worked with before. You know what I'm saying? So they need their stable of fighters to be as strong as it is. You know what I mean? You know, as strong as it can be. You know, that's probably what we're looking at. You know, that's just my little 2 cents on it. Like, because everybody think that Al Haymon is supposed to have Errol Spence's best interest at heart all the time, and that's not really true. Al Haymon probably has the PBC's best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? Because once Errol Spence retires, the PBC got to go on.
Yeah,
so,
you're right about that because the duty of the promoter is not to get the fighter the most money they can possible. The promoter is always going to try to make the most money they can. And you hit the nail right on the head, Dirty Red. Sometimes what the promoter, in this case, it'd be an Al Haymon. Even he's an acting promoter, he's a manager and an advisor, so he's finding a way to subvert the Muhammad Ali Act. But they're gonna always look out for the best of their interests, and sometimes their interest doesn't line up with what's best for the fighter. So I get exactly what you're saying on that, man. Shout out to my brother Dirty Red, man. Thank you, my brother, for calling in. Salute to my brother Dirty Red, man.
All right.
I give my brother applause, man. Yeah. See, I know they do some hoes, but they like stuff like this.
Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro? His girlfriend. Brother, man. Hey, sir, my brother. She said, don't kiss my brother.
Hey, you heard the girls in the background? Oh, his girlfriend getting jealous. He say that's his girlfriend. Oh, his girlfriend. And then the girl in the background say, don't kiss him. Don't kiss him. You know what I mean? You know, females, you know, that's my brother. See, this is the problem. You aerosexuals, y'all like them dudes who got that brother. That's my brother. You know what I mean? Give me some thugger. My brother. You get what I'm saying? Oh, man, got lust in his eyes, holding Yellow Beezy hand. That's my brother. Give me some thugger. Hey, nigga got his hands up. Look how loose them hips is. I said, I don't know, boy. Somebody been playing with that boy. Hey, somebody, you better check that boy back door, man. Somebody playing with that boy from the back. That's all I got to say. Them hips a little too loose. Shout out to Jugs. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, but them hips a little too loose. But they like that. They like that. Them aerosexuals, they like that. That's why we call you aerosexuals. We know what you're about. Shout out to Jules. He said, Coach, I didn't see any content last night on your channel. He said you were going to speak about the rapper that got shot. No, it wasn't on here. It was on my other channel. I got 2 channels. I got a channel called Midnight Conversations Podcast. It was over there, fam. It was over there. That's my brother. I don't know where they do that at, bro. Listen, I got brothers, but I don't have brothers. You know what I mean? I see a dude, gyrating his heels behind another man, behind a yellow rapper ass cheeks like that. I don't know, boy. You know what? I think y'all some homo thugs. I think these aerosexuals some homo thugs, because y'all be doing a whole lot of threatening and talking gangster behind these keyboards and leaving messages and stuff. Y'all some homo thugs. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, Coach Malachi, this is Warren G, man, from the Shy, brother. How you doing?
Warren G from the Shy. Talk to me, fam. Shy time.
Man, I love it, man. I love it.
Hey, man.
Oh man, I love it, man. If you can, drop the link where you saw if you don't mind, when you saw that the showtime they're increasing the time frame that they were gonna.
I have it right here.
Showtime.
I got
you. If you don't mind, brother, I appreciate that, man. Keep up the good work, man. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the content. Great content today, brother.
Hey, shout out to my brother Warren G, man. Regulators, mount up. Shout out to Warren G. Yeah, man. Yeah, they. I got that brother. You know what I mean? I heard of brothers, but then you got that brother. The brother. Y'all, I'm just saying, B, as my main man Jules will say, I'm just saying, B. That's all I'm saying. B. This is the article right here, guys. I'm gonna let you guys see it. This is the article right here. For all those who like to talk about the business of boxing and networks, and see, this is what happened when you pro networks and promotional companies and advisory companies, you'll always go wrong. I'd rather be talking about fights, but it's a shame I have to do this because, these guys act like little children. So you have to belittle them because they have low IQs. They looking inside the cereal box right now. Low IQs. Oh, they mad right now, boy. They calling me all kind of, that old bitch ass nigga, Coach Malachi, that nigga a coon, he'll sell out, he this, he that. I don't give a fuck about what you niggas say about me. You're broke. You need to be focusing on taking care of your children. Catch up on your child support. Get your baby mama out of that Section 8 apartment. Stop dick riding YouTube channels. Stop being an aerosexual. Love the sport of boxing. Get out of that Wakanda mindset. And if you Wakandas and aerosexuals don't like what I'm saying, why the fuck are you over here? True. Rid of me that back, man. Rid of me that. Anyway, let's go back over here. Now this is, I'm gonna drop the link. It say layoffs loom as Paramount preps consolidation of Showtime networks and Paramount Plus. For all you guys that don't know, Showtime is owned by a company called Paramount. Showtime is looking to consolidate. Paramount is looking to consolidate Showtime, meaning they're going to get rid of the sport. They're going to get rid of boxing. PBC may have to find another network to host their fights. This is what's going down right now. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing?
Fee on the tube. Talk to me.
The first thing I wanted to say was they was pressuring Terence Crawford to get out of his deal with what is it, Top Rank?
Top Rank, yeah.
The question was going, it was really heavy. I kind of felt bad. I was like, dang, it was weird to me because growing up, my favorite fighter is Mike Tyson, so I've never been into the politics of it. Mm. But once I started back really getting back into boxing around about 2015 on up until this point, I was like, wow, looking at YouTube and stuff, I've just seen a lot of politics with it and all the hype with just really wanting Terence Crawford to leave. I feel like he folded under pressure and went ahead and left to make this fight. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So now he can boss up his own boss, right? The fight still couldn't get made, right? And I've noticed that now they're making all these excuses for Errol Spence, but Terence Crawford did what everybody wanted him to do. Nobody really saluted him for that. And then Terence Crawford, I'm going to tell you something. He's a family man. It's mostly black guys that down this. They down the family man. He's been married to his wife. I don't know how many years, a high school sweetheart. He has all his kids from her. He's not known for drinking, smoking. Like, I noticed that in the Black community, the men, they always down the good guy, the guy that really is just doing the right thing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they lift up Errol Spence so high, they go so hard for him. And he's really, and I'm not saying we all could change and we all could do better, but Errol Spence is the typical, no, and I don't have a horse in the race. I'm just observing something. I don't, like I said, my favorite fighter, Mike Tyson, I ain't had one since. But it's like in the Black community with the men, they uplift the dudes with it. Errol has 2 baby mamas. He's a stereotypical, been in trouble type of Black man, but they bash parents so hard, you would think that he has disrespected these dudes, and he hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to speak on that really quickly. As far as, like, look at how backwards the community is. You know what I'm saying? Even if you like Errol better, why such disrespect towards Terence Crawford? Now Terence is his own boss. He's friends with a billionaire. Errol's friends with Yellow Beezy, and Terence Crawford friends with Warren Buffett. Come on, man. Like, where's the, you know what I'm saying? Where's the argument and the, but anyway, as far as Errol Spence goes, as far as Terence Crawford goes with, just telling his side, I really wish he wouldn't have, only because he don't owe nobody nothing. He can do whatever he want to do. And it's like, God give us a choice. You see what I'm saying? He said, behold, I stand at the door knocking. Even God don't force his way into our life. This man can do whatever he want to do. He don't got to give y'all no excuses for nothing. And the disrespect that was on his timeline when he did his live, when all he wanted to do was just be transparent. And it was mostly just niggas, Wakandas, you like to call them. It was disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the disrespect, really towards both fighters, but especially Terence Crawford, is very disgusting. That's not what boxing about. I enjoy just seeing. I get off on, that's how I get my little success on a little bit. I do that as a woman, out just watching fights and, the hype behind it. All of this politics behind it and the disrespect for these fighters is disgusting, especially amongst the Black community. And that's all I want to say. I'm sorry I did a little rant there, but I was really disappointed. Have a nice day. God bless.
Shout out to Phil on the tube, man. Shout out to Phil on the tube calling into the show. And this is the thing. Anybody who watched my channel, I always said this in the beginning. I was like, dude, like we uplift the degenerate stuff, and the guys who doing it the right way, we tear them down. And this is what I told you. There's a difference between Black people and niggas. Like me, I hate niggas. And I want all of you Wakanda nigga YouTube channels to understand this. Make whatever videos you want. I hate niggas. I love Black people. I love my people. But the niggas, we gotta do an exorcist and get rid of niggas. And all I see on YouTube and Twitter is just a bunch of niggas. Bunch of Wakanda niggas and erosexuals. I am your open enemy, though. I am your open enemy. I promise you I am. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey there, this is David, calling from South Carolina overall right now.
Dave from South Carolina, talk to me.
I wanted to say that hopefully one day that fight do happen. But I was wondering, because we understand everybody want to see the fight. I do want to see the fight, and I don't know if they having a money issue. They maybe can go to a financial company to get money. I don't know how that could work. I understand that the business, because I have a business, I understand, managing business can be definitely really hard for me, but I understand that side. And another thing that I want people, if they listen, I want people to understand, because we have these big promotional companies out here that are mainstream. And there are multiple small promotional companies that have lots of great fighters. They have a lot of great fighters, and it's crazy how they don't get recognized. And I don't know if Spence and Crawford should go to one of those smaller companies, boxing company, promotional companies out there. The one that be on YouTube, I forgot the name of it, but it's a whole lot of them out there. And I think that right there can, be a great thing, because it's something. If it ain't Errol Spence or Crawford fault, who fault is it? Well, it has to be the company fault. So it's something right there that they're not doing right correctly. They're doing bad business, and it's terrible. They definitely cannot promote the shit. Let's be honest. That shit went a long time ago. So I think what they should do, okay, fuck the PBC. Let's go to another smaller company and get them the recognition. Because I think one of those smaller companies, it might not be the best, but it can give you the fight that we all want. And I'm not worried about it as much because we all know that Lomachenko and Devin Haney going to be fighting. So that right there is going to be great.
Yeah.
And that's a blessing for everybody.
Yeah.
We all wanted that. That's a blessing. Thank you. We want this fight. Let's make it happen. And that's all I have to say.
Hey man, shout out to David, man, calling from South Carolina, man. Yeah, I'm real happy about that Devin Haney Lomachenko fight. I'm real happy about that. I'm real happy about that fight there, man. You know, focus on the fights that's going on. The thing is, see, what I do is this here. Like, and I'm gonna tell you guys another thing. We are a small YouTube channel. I haven't been around that long. You have YouTube channels that's been around for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years. Do you notice we had 900 people in here today? How come a small channel like me, on my way to 17,000 subscribers, been around for less than 2 years, how come I get just as many people to come to my show than the channels who have 170, 180, 190,000, 200,000 subscribers? You want to know why? Because my message is resonating with the people. And I'm able to even take the errolsexuals and the Wakanda niggas, even they watch me. They watching you, errolsexual YouTube channels, the Wakanda niggas YouTube channels, but they watching me too. 3 o'clock, guess where they're going to be at? They're going to be right on over here with the old boy, Coach Malachi Williams. True. This is as Blue Blood Sports TV say, these are the facts. This is facts, my people. This is facts. Facts. Shout out to Blue, man. Shout out to my brother Blue. This is facts. This is facts. Facts. Little old channel, how the little dog keeping up with the big dogs. Y'all been around for 30 years. Got all the interviews, interviewed all the fighters, all the promoters, everything. Guess what? I haven't interviewed any of them. But guess what? I got just as many people in my life as you do. Riddle me that, Batman. True. Riddle me that. Shout out to Matty Yoel. Hey, okay. We're dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
The people want to hear the truth. They're tired of propaganda, this TMZ shit. You niggas TMZ. That's your problem. And they know you're TMZ. What you say, like it all, the INF fam. Okay. All right. Shout out to JRG. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
JRG say there's a difference between fans and viewers. You have fans. Yeah. You know, whatever it is, the fact of the matter is that, you know, the people have spoken. Whether you love it or hate it, I'm going to tell you like Ric Flair. Whether you like it or not, baby, we on the top and you on the bottom. And that's just the way it is. Woo! The nature boy, Coach Malachi Williams. It is what it is. I like pissing them off. I like making them mad. Like making them upset. Somebody balled up right now, face balled up. Oh, I can't stand that old pussy ass nigga, Coach Malachi. I swear to God, I hate that nigga. No, I hate that nigga. Oh my Lord. You're laying in bed with your baby mama. She just came back from the strip club doing the one leg up. You're laying in bed with her. The children running around the house late at night. They ain't with the bed yet. I can't stand that nigga. You on 7, 8, 9, 10-hour lives arguing and debating about millionaires when you broke. Now, this is another one of my haters right here. This is going to be Aziz from Pakistan, meaning from America. Watch this. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Aziz from Pakistan. Nigga, you and Rick both dick, right? Nigga, stop acting tough like you gonna do something. Probably knock your short ass out, nigga. Got your booty ass in, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up.
You gonna fuck me? How you gonna do it, through the phone?
Unknown caller.
How you gonna do it, through the phone? He hold the phone up. I told you, boy, like clockwork. Him and Jason Bones, like clockwork. He say from Pakistan, but we know he ain't from Pakistan. Yeah, you gotta work on your Pakistani accent. You know, you gotta work on your Pakistani accent. If you're gonna say you from Pakistan, at least work on your accent. Work on your Pakistan accent. That's all. Shout out to Jugs.
Hey, okay.
We're dropping that quarter of a bam, double your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Go knock
Received.
down through the phone. Okay, all right. But the Wakandas that ain't hot, boy. Oh, the Wakandas that ain't hot. You said I just subscribed to your other channel. I had no clue about your other channel. He said, can you hit the Broner for the fanboys? Yeah, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, they be threatening the old boy. Say they gonna do this and do that. They tough as hell. They tough as hell behind that phone. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Yeah, they gonna do A, B, C, and D. I'm like, okay. How you gonna do it? Through the phone, sir? How you gonna do it?
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Shout out to Boxer Jills. He said, damn, I know. He said, I know this show was going to be crazy. Missed the beginning. Yeah. It is what it is. Lady Shan, you see him? Him mad. Wakanda, he mad. He mad. Got his thumb in his mouth. Talk about some yo bitch ass nigga. When I see you, nigga, you know I'm gonna knock you out, nigga. Yeah. Whatever. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, my name is Mike from Delaware.
Mike from Delaware. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Coach Malachi? Hey, first and foremost, I just want to let you know, man, I love your show, man, and you're the best person in town right now. You're not biased, and you keep it real. I got 2 questions for you.
Yes, sir.
First question is, I got a lot of Wakanda friends when it comes to boxing, right? and I always get, seriously, they always like gang up on me.
Right.
So what do you do in this situation where Terence Crawford finally came out and now he even said something on Twitter to these type of people? Because before I was telling them, you can't believe Errol Spence's side because nobody knows anything yet. Yeah. You guys are picking his side, but you're not listening to the other side. So how can I defend myself with that argument now?
I mean, the thing is this here. This is what it is, fam. And I'm gonna tell you something that my mother taught me when I was 7 years old. And this story is true today. When someone doesn't like you, there's nothing that they can do to make you like. There's nothing that you can do to make them like you. For whatever the reason may be, these guys on YouTube and Twitter, they hate Terence Crawford. And they hate him with a passion. They hate him more than they hate police officers. They hate him more than they hate robbers, murderers. They hate this guy with a passion. You would think this guy did something to their family members. Like they are all vested in hating this guy. You get what I'm saying? So it's crazy. One minute they want to be here with Pete Newton, talking about, we got to stick together. You always talk about black people and the brothers, but goddamn it, all you do is talk about black people. You know, you call them monkeys and say all this kind of shit on your shows, and you're threatening people and saying you're gonna do A, B, C, and D, and you know you hate a black man who has a wife, kids, take care of his family like he's supposed to, not supposed to get credit for it. But you know you hate this guy because he won't give you an interview. Because that's what this is all about. Because he wouldn't get an Alphabet Boy channels no interview. That's why they hate him. But as it relates to your question, what you can do with these Wakandas, there's nothing that you can do with the Wakandas. The Wakandas are some of the most lowest IQ, ignorant people that you're ever going to meet. You have a better chance, Mike, of jumping in the ocean, in the Pacific Ocean, swimming 100 feet below, holding your breath for 25 minutes, and then swim back up to the top, and then get out of the water, swim back to the shore, get back on land, and walk home. You have a better chance of doing that. You're wasting your time.
Listen, bro, I sat there and I called them Wakanda. And they were saying, oh, I'm racist. I was raised there. I said, what? That's exactly why y'all Wakanda.
Exactly why they Wakanda.
One last question. To a certain extent, right? As a boxer, as a man, when you're the fighter, the promoter's supposed to work for you, your manager, they work for you.
Mm.
Wouldn't you say that we can blame Errol Spence to a certain extent because another man that wants to fight real bad, hey, everybody keeps saying this guy is better than me. Mm-hmm. They say he the best, and to me that's disrespectful. Either you make this fight or I'm never fighting. It's your choice. You know, like step up and say, I want this fight, we're gonna make this fight. Mm-hmm. However it has to happen, let's do it. But for you to just sit there quiet, oh, you gotta talk to my manager and this, oh, I'm my own boss. But after every interview, well, you know, Al Haymon, my daddy, my baby daddy, Al Haymon, my uncle, bro, grow up here, boys, and let the world know what you want. I'm going to make this fight happen or I'll retire today. You get what I'm saying?
Well, you know, it is what it was. That's day one. That's day one. That's the one they love. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Hey, Dave, hey, Mike from Delaware. Shout out to you, fam, for calling in. That's day one, fam. Trying to make sense out of nonsense. You can't make sense out of nonsense. Can't make sense out of nonsense. I'm letting you know right now, dog. There's no surrender, no retreat. There's no compromising. I'm not compromising. None of that. Listen, I'm not doing none of that. No compromising, none of that. I hate these Wakanda niggas and aerosexuals with a passion. I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hold on. What's your name? Where you calling from, fam?
I'm Kermit. I'm calling from DC.
DC, what's your name?
Kermit.
Kermit from DC. Talk to me.
Well, first, Coach, I got a question. You know, why did you? I might have missed it. You might have explained it. Why Floyd Mayweather is fighting on the zone? And secondly, I've met people like Al Haymon. You know, I've met people like him who think he's so big that he can't be touched. And I understand what Crawford was saying when he said he was dealing with them and they batted him down. You know, so, and people on YouTube are saying that he's looking real bad, but I think he got tired of all of the BS, and I think he just came out and said it. So, but let me just say this: I really like your show, man, and thanks for taking my call.
Hey, man, listen, shout out to Kermit from DC, man. Salute. Give him a better round of applause. Brother said I missed 2 super chats. Shout out to Charles Stevens.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy. So I missed 2 super chats.
Chat received.
All right, I got you. I got you. Thank you for letting me know, fam. Shout out to Jit Stanfield.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half of bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Thank you for letting me know, my brother. Who let me know? Hey, thank you for letting me know I missed 2 super chats on $1 trillion dreams. Thank you for letting me know, my brother. Thank you for letting me know. The chat going real fast, fam. Shout out to $1 trillion dreams.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
What to say, fam? He said, how can we start making promo profitable? It's a shame us, the fans, have to talk about the politics instead of the actual fights and matchups. No, but the $1 trillion dreams, I want you to understand something, brother. My brother Blood Boxing broke it down to me so eloquently. What's going on YouTube is this. There's not many boxing fans on YouTube. You have a bunch of fanboys, Wakanda niggas, I like to call them, aerosexuals. You have guys, they have some deep-rooted issues. Whatever they're going through in their lives, a lot of these guys have daddy issues. Their daddy may not have been around, might be in prison somewhere, and they come to YouTube to find their YouTube daddies, and they don't have a life. So, they don't know nothing about the sport of boxing, care nothing about the sport of boxing. So you're not dealing with boxing fans. That's the problem. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? It's Major Key.
Major Key, talk to me, my brother. Talk to me.
Oh, chilling, man. I want to piggyback over something that not this last caller, but the one before him, and then also something that you said earlier that I want to make sure that people picked up that key, you know what I'm saying, and unlock that door, which is you have a so-called advisor only, right? Yeah. Advisor only in Al Haymon, right? But like what you said earlier, I don't think people picked that up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one day we can expound on that. But the Muhammad Ali Act, right, is the reason why he's just an advisor, because otherwise he would have, you know what I'm saying, like with the interest, his business interest is a conflict of interest. He's not supposed to be in both positions the way he is, right? So he has to just be called an advisor. But however, everybody has to check with him. Right? And so we know something fishy is going on with that, but nobody wants to admit it. They just say, hey, we got to check with, but everybody wants to say they're their own boss. But I think Terence Crawford made it very clear that, hey, I called Errol Spence directly and told him, hey, about this deal and this and this and that. And I remember, bro, I've been arguing all over YouTube the last couple of days, bro. Like the last couple of weeks, actually, about this whole shit, man. And I'm just so glad that he came out yesterday. I'm glad that you had Rick Glaser here earlier, just to clarify some of these areas that people didn't understand before. And now I think it's starting to make sense to people. That's why you had almost 1,000 people in the building today. You know what I mean? So hopefully people took that food for thought and did the dishes with it. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully they did that.
Yeah, man. Major Key, you hit the nail right on the head. And this is the thing, fam. Like, I understand you've been arguing. I don't do any arguing. You want to know why? Because I understand what I'm dealing with. I know that there's nothing I'm going to say that we're going to agree with. So I'm not even going to argue with these guys. When you're arguing with people who have lower IQs than you, it just, it'll frustrate you because you don't, you can break down some of the most basic of things. But what's going on is this here. Right. If someone has a diehard, passionate hatred for Major Key Boxing, guess what? You're never going to get a fair shake with them, right? And there's nothing that you can say that can convince them of anything other than they're wrong. Even if you have DNA proof, forensic evidence, you got 20,000 witnesses, you can have all of that. But my hatred for you far outweighs me using rational thinking and even looking at proof and evidence for what it is. I'm going to always go towards my bias, which I call confirmation bias. So that's what's going on. These niggas ain't no goddamn. They ain't no fans of the sport of boxing. They aerosexuals. They Wakanda niggas. They jump from dick to dick. They like niggas who eat chocolate covered strawberries with their legs crossed, playing with warm water with cookies by the water. Shit that you'll do for your girl. Like I want you to think about this. I don't want to talk to you, but I want you to think about this. When have you ever seen a woman? Listen, baby, I'm gonna make a heart in the bed with chocolate covered strawberries with rose petals on it for a man. And I'm going to have the rose petals leading to the bathtub. And then the bathtub is going to be warm. We got a nice little bubble bath for you. And we're going to have some we're going to have some cookies with macadamia nuts in it. We know how much you love the nuts, Mr. Errol. And we're going to have some cookies with some macadamia nuts in it. And you're going to come in there and say, Christmas, Christmas. You're going to come in there like this with your wrist bent, both wrists bent, running to the tub, touching the water, saying, oh, it's warm. That tells you what time it is with these dudes. These niggas is fugazi. True.
He so enough did kind of tippy toe and float to the bathroom like a little fairy, didn't he? Hey, but hey, now I'm saying you're right though. If you bring them an MRI report, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna come back with what was that, the autopsy? Like, we heard with Wilder. I mean, like you could bring all this evidence to the table. The fact of the matter is, I get you, man. I'm glad that you don't argue with these cats, bro. But me, it's like we're dealing with this YouTube for so long. I got so many channels that I've known for so long, and we argue on these things. You know what I'm saying? We do argue. So I'm on the underground of this shit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, and so I argue with these cats. You know what I'm saying? We'll have hour-long debates, 2-hour-long debates. And it is what it is. It'll be like 4 against 1. Then other people will start jumping in. Then it's 4 against 4. So everybody starts tag teaming in. So it's fun. It's fun for the most part. But I just don't understand how some of these guys that I know for years that have boxing channels, content creators, like, you know what I mean? Like how they just don't realize it's common sense. Like common sense is not common anymore, like you guys were saying earlier.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're not it.
So anyway, with that being said, man.
Shout out to Major Key, man.
Go ahead, bro.
No, shout out. No. They realize it, but they got to pander to their low IQ subscribers. So they look at their analytics. They know. I know one YouTube channel. That's all this nigga do. He make 4 or 5 Terence Crawford videos a day. Like there's nobody on YouTube that have made more Terence Crawford videos than the bald head fat light skinned nigga with titties from Chicago. Nobody made more than him. But hey, Major Key, salute to you, fam. Shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to my brother, Major Key. I'm gonna get to the super chats right now. Y'all know me, man. I ain't got no chill. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? My name's Money, calling from Pennsylvania.
Main Money from Pennsylvania. Talk to me.
All right. Yeah. Man, I recall seeing Spence come to the ring one time, and he came with that marching band from the high school, and I was like, dope. I liked it that. Both of them two gentlemen, they seem like they're good guys, man. Terence Crawford, especially working with the youth, them young and upcoming boxers, he got a lot of champions that he leading the way for. I think he's changing the game though with the way he's trying to promote and leaving top rank. He's really trying to do some things for these boxers that they're not really paying attention to. That contract they would try to get that man was just, nobody in their right mind would take a contract like that. Even people with 9-to-5 jobs won't sign up to no job telling them, oh, okay, we just going to pay you at the end of the week without knowing how much money they was going to make at the end of the week. It's disrespectful. And lastly, and maybe you can talk on this, why they can't just make a boxing league?
And
Why they can't just make a boxing league, you know, make teams or however them promotion companies make teams unionize it, so then you can just draft the people and they can make the big money like the NFL basketball NBA players make.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just the politics of the sport, man. The main money, man. This boxing been around before me and you was born, so I just want some, the politics and the business get involved in it. They don't want a league and stuff like that, man. So, but shout out to Main Money, man. Salute to you, fam. Let me get these super chats out the way. Salute to my brother, man, calling from Pennsylvania.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I want you guys to see this. I want you guys to see this. How many likes we got? Hey, we need 56 more likes. We need 56 more likes. Shout out to Vibes. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
I want y'all to understand what I just said. I'm gonna explain this again. Say errolspence reps, who they are. Multiple BMs, DLs, no business sense. Reps on what they wish they reps what they wish they could be, but aren't. And they hate him for it. Yeah, it does seem like that. It's just some deep-rooted hatred. $1 Trillion Dreams, I had got the super chat earlier. Shout out to $1 Trillion Dreams. Thank you for letting me know, fam, for dropping that $2 super chat on your boy. Bam!
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Got some more super chats to get to. Like, bro, did y'all see that? Wrist bent like this here, running to the tub. Christmas. Oh. Bro, like, my nigga double bend wrist. First you got our brother. Hey, blood. First you got our brother, and you trying to give him some sugar. Then you in the bed with your legs crossed in the hotel room. I want y'all to see this. Wakanda niggas, errosexuals. Listen, your father is here. Coach Malachi Williams. I'm the one who gave you your name, boy. I'm the one who gave you the Wakanda niggas. I'm the one who gave you errosexuals. That came from me. I'm your pappy. And I'm delinquent on the child support. I ain't paying no more. You some bastard children. You're too goddamn dumb, and you make me look bad as a father. Shout out to Damian Bennett. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I said, Coach, why'd you go at him like that? I said, because I know what make the errosexuals mad. What they gonna do? Nothing. Shout out to David Bennett. What you say? You say EJ definitely not his own boss. Man down promotions simply as an LLC for tax purposes. But we do know what man down mean, though. We know what man down mean, Damien. I'm gonna just say we know what man down mean. So when he say strap season, now we know what strap season means. The strap season means strap on season. That's all I'm saying, B. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Kermit Williams for becoming a new member. Let's give him a round of applause. Shout out to Martin Daytona for dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, getting the super chats like Blue today. No, I can't mess with Blue. I can't mess with Blue now. Blue the big dog. Blue the big dog. I can't mess with Blue. Shout out to Blue. One thing I will say is this here, man. Listen, blood. Have you ever seen a woman make a bed with like stuff that men do for their women? Look at this. This for you errosexuals. Stuff that men do for their women. You know how you surprise your baby? Yeah, baby, I got something set up for your boo. Look here, man, we going to go to this five-star hotel, baby. It's going to be a surprise. You walk in there with the blindfold. You take the blindfold off. The room is dark. There's candles lit up in the room. There's a bed with chocolate covered strawberries that's made out of a heart. So you have the rose petals made out of a heart in the bed with the strawberries made out of a heart in the bed. Have you ever seen where a woman did that for a man? That's stuff that men do for their women. And they come in there, oh my goodness, jump on the bed, tilt his head back in a passionate manner, closes his eyes, bites down on the strawberry as though he's savoring all of the juices from the chocolate and the juices of the strawberry, crosses his legs with his eyes closed, and this girl saying, "You're gay." I've never seen nothing like that. Give me a look. There's more. And they have the rose petals leading to the bathroom with the candles on. Walk in the bathroom. Christmas. Oh, you know, have you ever seen this? Is it just me? I'm just saying, is it just me? That's all I'm asking, dog. I'm asking, is it just me? Any aerosexuals want to call the show today? Any? Is there any lies that Coach Malachi Williams is saying? I told you, they'll call me coon other times, sell out. They'll say all that shit. Guess what they won't say? They won't say that I'm lying. True. Boy, I got the receipts. I got the receipts, S.A. I got the receipts. Strap-on season. Now we know what strap-on season means. Now we know what it means. If you think I'm lying, I want you guys to study this. Let's look at this one more again. Not one more time, one more again.
Yes. Yes. Surprise. You gay. That's not all. Go in there. Yes. Yes.
It is warm.
Yes. I love you. Just because.
Bruh, listen, boy, let me tell you something, boy. I am the wrong nigga to fuck with. Brother said I missed his super chat. What super chat I miss? What super chat I miss? You aerosexuals, boy, I swear to God, boy, I will bother you niggas to send you back home to your ragged ass mammy house. You become aerosexual YouTube channels and become the niggas, I will bother you and send you back to your ragged ass mammy house. I don't give a fuck about you niggas. I mean that. Brother said I missed the super chat. Let me see, can I catch it? Grandma. Boys, that's my brother. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, B. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Nestor. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam, doubling your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Shots fired.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I never seen a man that allowed his girlfriend to them gay like Spence does. Christmas. Both wrists bent. With the double bent wrist. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Tasha from Fort Lauderdale.
Tasha from Lauderdale. Talk to me, sis.
Two things, Coach. First of all, the video with the strawberries in the bath water. I don't know who worse, her or Errol. Because as a woman, I'm not doing all that for no man. Second of all, I feel that all of this was game. They don't start us up. I don't think Errol never, ever, ever had any plans on fighting Crawford. But I think with the media and him saying he gonna clean up his side of the street once he beat Ugas, this is what he had to do.
Right.
I think he had to keep it all going. And at the end of the day, we knew all that was game about not fighting Keith Thurman because we know how Haymon do it. He keep it all in house and they ain't want nothing to do with Crawford. I think that this was all along start up to happen. You notice Crawford told him, okay, if I'm lying, you have every right to come out and say I'm lying. You've not heard anything. You've not seen anything. Why? Because he can't say the boy is lying. I think all us been tricked and bamboozled. This was the plan all along. He ain't never had no intent on fighting Crawford.
You know what? I totally agree with that. And we can see that because we have things in chronological order. All the things that were said over a period of 4.5 years, and everything is, when you're on the wrong side of the street, wrong promoter, wrong networks. You with Top Rank, I'm with PBC. You with ESPN, I'm with Showtime Files. You got to get a belt. You gotta fight. So you gotta fight somebody. Your baby mama got to know how to do the butterfly. Your cousin got to know how to do the Tootsie Roll. You got to leave
exactly.
out. All this stuff, and then now he leaves.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
And they never thought he'd have took 35%. Once he did that, they like, well, god damn. Yeah. So they had to come up with something. I don't think he ever had no plans to fight Crawford. They ain't never think this was gonna play out like this.
You're right about that, sis. Hey, Tosh, Lauderdale, talk to me, sis. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate your call, okay?
Thank you.
Florida in the house, man. Florida, hey, the Florida women don't play, boy. The women from Florida, y'all think I talk shit. Oh, let me tell you something. Y'all think I talk shit. The women from Florida talk. Woo, they'll shut me down in a heartbeat. Shout out to Lyndon Stevens. Sorry about getting to your super chat late, fam. We're dropping another half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime.
I got you, Jugs.
Boy.
He said, hey, still keeping it real. Respect. Yes, sir. Have to. All I'm saying, fam, I ain't never seen nothing like that, B. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Shout out to Jugs. Hey, okay. We're dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jugs said, what you say, give the Broner boxer, who said, oh, it's warm. You ought to know what time it is, man. You ought to know what time the TI is. Man.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up? This is Manny from San Diego.
Manny from San Diego. Talk to me.
Yeah, just first off, shout out. We finally have a boxing show that fans could actually watch. Boxing fans could actually watch. Not just some big rabbits for one specific fighter.
Yes, sir.
That should get old. All right. First of all, let me just say this. Errol Spence is retarded as fuck, bro. Trying to say that he can talk about how he loves shopping in front of people, and then saying how he needs to close down a Costco. Bitch, they make $100K an hour. Unless you're gonna buy some fucking 1 million eggs and shit, like what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, so I'm not an Errol Spence fan. I don't know much about Al Haymon because he's never in front of a fucking camera.
Yeah.
But let's get down to Crawford too. Crawford ain't getting off easy. Yeah, he got a shitty deal. But I'll tell you one thing: is Bob Ellum still a racist piece of shit now? At the end of the day, these promoters, all they care about is green. They don't see color. You need to tell me if fucking Crawford signed his name in blood to Al Haymon, this fight wouldn't be happening. It'd be happening. Oh, you'd be making $1-2 million. The problem with Crawford is he doesn't get in front of a fucking camera. He doesn't say hi, how you doing? He doesn't kiss no babies on the fucking forehead. He doesn't put in that work, and that's okay. That's not who you are. But at the end of the day, you can't be expecting these fucking big ass paychecks. You got Mayweather fucking talking about, I'm the Mexican assassin. And guess what? Mexicans want to see that his fucking head get chopped off. He's getting those paychecks. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have a sales gimmick, and his sales gimmick ain't nothing. There's nothing wrong with that because you know what? At the end of the day, boxing fans are going to see him, and they're going to like it. But I'll tell you one thing: people aren't going to be like, "Oh shit!" Like mainstream media is going to be like, "Oh damn, that Crawford fight fine." Why? Because once again, he ain't kissing no fucking baby. You know. And these promoters, man,
you talking about his personality.
Green.
Yeah, you're right. His personality. Listen, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
You're right about that. You're right about that. I criticize him. You're right about that.
Yeah, when was the last time we watched? So there was that video that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
But name another video that came out before then. I nobody. If you were to hear him talking, let's walk down the street. If you were to hear his voice, you wouldn't know. But if you heard Mayweather, you know, if you heard Canelo, you know, we could quote every single boxer that we love, dude. Mike Tyson. And you know how's he going? He's Mike Tyson.
Well, a lot of there's some fighters that don't really talk. Canelo don't really talk that much. He's speaking English a little bit more now, so they interview him a little bit more. Canelo don't, but Canelo is a different breed. Like he's different. He's like a cash cow of boxing. So I think Canelo is different.
And that rule's not going to apply to everybody. That's why there's exceptions. You know what I'm saying? But at the and he still has a nation behind him. You know, he has a country. When you're American, bro, Victor Ortiz doesn't even speak Spanish, and this motherfucker wears a Mexican flag because at the end of the day, they're the ones who buy. It's harder for American fighters, especially for blacks, because if you're black, you don't got people from Nigeria supporting you. You don't got this, you don't got that, unless you were born there, unless your dad was born there. Some shit. You know what I'm saying? So for Americans, you gotta stay safe, dude. Mayweather. I'm pro-American.
Hey, I don't want you to keep going. I don't want you to keep going on and on and on. I just need you to make your point because we got other calls calling in. But your point.
No, I feel you. I'm just saying you got. If you want to make the big money, hey, but you know what, dude? If he's getting that $10 million from the BL whatever, good for him, dude. because I don't think there's nobody that I think that would give him the 10 million. But you got to if you want the money, you got to stay safe because it's a harder market because Americans, you know, we're just a group of people that, you know, come from a different place.
All right. Shout out
so
to Manny.
you got to respect the money, but shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
Thank
shout out to Manny from San Diego. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Salute.
Yeah, you have a good one, man.
Yes, sir. Salute. Shout out to $1 trillion. Shout out to $1 trillion Dreams. Okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
You say who was that in the video, fam? He say Tank and Ryan can do one fight on PBC and their second fight on the zone. All the fighters at the top should become independent. This is the thing, though. $1 trillion Dreams. All of the fighters are fighters are nothing but independent contractors. They fill out a 1099 tax form like I do. I fill out 1099 when I file my taxes and stuff. Like you're an independent contractor, right? But the thing is, you know, the way it's set up is, you know, these guys really not their own bosses. You know, they have to do what they're told. It sounds good for the gram, and it sounds good for a soundbite for you know, for a video or stuff like that. But when the rubber hits the road, fam, it ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. You know, the promoters, the managers, the advisors are the power brokers in the sport of boxing, and they dictate a lot of stuff. Hell, Bernard Hopkins was his own promoter. Roy Jones was his own promoter. You get what I'm saying? Because they didn't want to deal with the politics after that come with dealing with promoters. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, everybody's not the same. And the thing about fighters not talking in front of the camera like Crawford, hell, you got fighters who do talk and they ain't selling shit. Demetrius Andrade talk all the time. He ain't selling nothing. Deontay Wilder talk this ass off. You saw what he did his last pay-per-view number. So Canelo ain't no talker. David Benavidez, he don't really say much. You know, so I mean, you know, whatever your preference is or what your preference is, I don't think that's an indication of what success is going to be or not. I just think that the market has to reset itself. That has nothing to do with the fighter's skill set. The market has to reset itself. And I think once these old fighters get out of the way, once the Crawfords and the Thurmans and the Sean Porter are retired, and I guess Spence will be up in that area. Once all those guys get out of the way and clear the deck, you can reset the market with the younger guys because the pay-per-view model is dead. Hold on, I got a cash app I got to get to. I got a couple of cash apps I got to get to. Let me get to these cash apps. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Raleigh. I'm calling from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh, you calling from North Carolina. Talk to me.
Yeah, about this. I'm so glad Crawford finally came out and said something. Like, well, I'm surprised the Spence fans ain't driving you crazy yet today because they playing damage control real bad. Yeah. But to be honest, I've been new from the beginning. Basically, PBC don't want this fight. They never wanted this fight. They kept moving the goalposts. It's been like Floyd told you that the fight wasn't happening. Leonard Ellaby told you the fight wasn't happening. The only one that was trying to act like the fight was going to happen was Errol Spence, but obviously he must ain't know what was going on. And pretty much everything Terence Crawford said seems like it checked out. I don't know why people trying to question this so much. Errol Spence ain't came out and said nothing yet. Ain't nobody from PBC side came out and disputed nothing he said yet. So it's like, y'all just want to go with the narrative that y'all been going with, but now that he's putting it all on the table, showing you, giving you evidence and conversations to let you know that he tried to see how the less the money he was going to take, like he bent backwards, he was getting offered no guarantee when every other fighter Spence fought that has no pay-per-view background that had a guarantee, it's $1 million or $3 million and $5 million and different numbers. So they was just trying to fuck Crawford from the jump. They never wanted to fight, and that was just out the bag. And everybody just got to be real with themselves. That's Spence fans. Like, y'all can love Errol Spence, and I like Errol Spence too. He might do want to fight, but he's not in control. His promoters is, and he's not gonna step out of line with his promoters. So you just chalk it up to that's what it is.
Yeah, I got
Crawford did everything they wanted him to do.
I got you, fam. You hit the nail right on the head, man.
He did everything.
Shout out to Raleigh, man. Salute to you, fam. North Carolina. No Cackalack in the house, man. Salute, fam. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Jugs. Shout out to Jugs. Okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yes, sir, it is what it is. He said, breaking news, coach. Spence agreed to fight Broner, but Broner has to do the humping move, like he did to McDonald.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Shout out to Kermit. Hey, okay. Dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shout out to Kermit, man. What he say, thank you so much, brother. Yes, sir, I appreciate that.
There's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Haymon Rivera. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, cash app on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Haymon, what you say, family? Haymon say for you, coach. Bad boy, keep it up. Yes, sir, I appreciate that. See, one thing about me, man, is this here. I'm gonna tell you something. I told you guys, this YouTube shit is fake. Like, the YouTube shit is fake. 1 minute they'll be giving you a shout out in the chats, and if you say something that the content creator of a Wakanda Aerosexual YouTube channel don't like, they'll block you and go to cussing you out and saying all kind of stuff. Right? It's fake. 1 minute you'll see a channel, they'll be all right 1 minute, and then the next minute they make a videos dissing each other. So it's fake love on YouTube. I just want to let you guys know that it's fake. What I do is I try to reveal the real. And I think the reason why we're growing as a boxing community, we haven't been around 2 years. But we have just as many people showing up to our lives, and I have such a small channel versus dudes who got 100, 200,000 subscribers. If you got 100, 200,000 subscribers, you should have more than 700, 800 people, 500, 600 people in your lives. You should have thousands in your lives. Because when I look at other content creators outside of boxing, they have thousands of people in their lives. So the message is getting out there. And I'm a damn good marketer because I have a marketing background. And I tell you, we have a boxing criteria over here. All I care about is boxing. If you stand on the side of boxing, you can never go wrong. I don't stand on the side of Al Haymon. Fuck Al Haymon. Yeah, nigga, I said it. I don't stand on the side of Bob Arum. Fuck Bob Arum. Yeah, nigga, I said it. I don't stand on the side of Eddie Hearn or Booger Ray. And you know I like Booger Ray or Frank Warren. I stand on the side of boxing. All I care about is getting the fights. I don't stand on the side. I don't love a fighter more than I love the sport. I don't love a promotional company or Showtime or Fox or DAZN or ESPN more than I love boxing. And this is the problem. You don't have boxing fans on YouTube. You have a bunch of nut huggers. Crib, you saw him. You saw him. You got one nigga going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He lifts his shirt up showing his cottage cheese and titties. Got the video, boy. Video coming. I'm gonna be dropping it soon. I'm gonna be dropping it soon on your fat ass. Cottage cheese and titties, huh? Got the video. I got you. I got you in my scope. Got you. I'm gonna desecrate you. You had it coming for a minute, though. Had it coming for a minute. It is what it is. We have commandments, and we have a boxing criteria. So I say all that to say this. I'm gonna drop this video tomorrow. This interview of Rick Glaser. I'm gonna drop it again for people who didn't see it, just separated from the show. Be on the lookout for it. And I'm gonna say this one more time. I branded you Wakanda niggas. I despise you. I don't like you at all. I don't like you Wakanda nigga YouTube channels. I'm not your friend. If you used to come over here, please don't come over here anymore. I give 2 fucks about you. Make whatever video you want. Guess what? I'm gonna bother you. I'm good at this shit. You ain't gonna do nothing but help blow me up. Say my name. You ain't gonna do nothing but blow me up. That's all you're gonna do. I'm gonna use you niggas to help blow our channel up. Because that's all I've been doing the whole time. I'm going to use you niggas to help blow our channel up. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? And I'm going to use your subscribers to help as well. Let them go around and say what they're going to say. I'm going to show you how I manipulate the game. You see what I'm saying? Manipulate the game. These Wakandas and aerosexuals. I'm going to feed you chocolate-covered strawberries. Because I know that's what you like. I know you like them dudes who have loose hips and like grinding on other niggas' ass cheeks, kissing on rappers while your women in the background calling you gay. I know you like that. You niggas is fugazi. I am your father, aerosexuals. Me, I'm your daddy. Wakanda niggas, I'm your father. I'm your daddy. Slow loaded disability boxing community, I am your father. I'm your daddy. And I'll be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time so you can hate again. Let's give everybody a round of applause. The Toe Tiger Body Bagger, man. This is what we do, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Adrian from Dallas who called into the show. Hey, okay. Shout out to Dirty Red from Mississippi. Hey, okay. Shout out to Warren G from Chi-Town. Hey, shout out to Theo and the Tool from Duval County. Hey, okay. Let me go ahead and do this, man. Shout out to David from SC. Hey, okay. Shout out to Mike from Delaware. Hey, okay. Shout out to Kermit from DC. Hey, shout out to Major Keith Boston from the old Orlando, my brother. Hey, okay. Shout out to Main Money from Pennsylvania. Hey, okay. Shout out to my sister Tasha from Lauderdale, man. Florida, stand up in this BIH, man. Florida in the house, man. Hey, okay. Shout out to Manny from San Diego. Hey, okay. And shout out to Rye, man, from North Cackalack, man. Hey, okay. It is what it is, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that New Media Today USA Boxing, Coach Malachi Williams, we got the hottest boxing podcast on the YTBC, especially in the daytime slot. We do it solo, dolo, by ourselves. That's what we do. If I said something today that made you Wakanda niggas mad at me and hate me, guess what? I promise you, I would say something tomorrow that would make you even more mad. And you know what you're going to do? You'll be back over here tomorrow because you suffer from Stockholm Syndrome. Take care of your kids, pay your child support, stop eating up the kids' juicy, drinking all the juicy juices, stop eating up all the cereal, stop drinking all the milk, stop smoking all the Nick sack, stop having all your homeboys at your baby mama's Section 8 apartment while she at the script club getting money. Why don't you get up, do something, be responsible, take care of your family, take care of your kids, take care of your woman, you know what I mean? Pay your baby mama back. The $50 she let you borrow, pay your mama back them $25 she let you borrow, and guess what? And stop buying Nick sacks, and at least buy you a dime next time. And smoke your own weed, and don't be smoking Reggie, okay? True. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. New Media Today USA Boxing, this about Coach Malachi Williams, man. It's a wrap, man. It's a done daughter, man. We gonna make it do what it do. Shout out to my dog, man, Booger Ray Leonard.
Sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll smack the shit out of him in front of everybody.
Only dark times for you.
I mean, just throw Haney's name in the hat. There is no fucking hat.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I don't play them type of games.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about me?
Did you fucking learn your lesson from that? With AJ?
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
I'll knock that motherfucker's hole out. Period.
Only dark times for you.
Ain't no hats to throw nothing in here. We're running a fucking business.
Ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone.
You fucking idiot.
Leonard L.B. Why you always talking about?
I told you, boy. I told you what it's gonna be, man. We do not play over here, bro. You bring your ass over here, it's gonna be toe tag and body bag season. And I mean,
fuck with your soul like ether. Teach you the king, you know you. Godson across the belly. I prove you lost already.
and just in case, they must have forgot. Oh Lord, I swear to God, when I see that whole ass nigga Coach Malachi Williams, I'm gonna put them paws on them. Nigga, Wakanda forever, bitch. Oh Lord, he threw Wakanda through that fence. Wakanda is dead. Oh Lord. Brother, man, Retro Boss in the documentary, man. That's a big homie, man. That brother, that man, I got a lot of love for my brother, man. Really do, man. Really solid dude, solid as a rock. Don't take no shit. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution, man. Salute to you, sis. Shout out to Lisa Bells. Shout out to just everybody in the chat, man. I may have forgot Thomas Jones, my main man from Dade County, man. Knocked down 305. You know, my brother there, man. It is what it is, man. We're going to make it do what it do, man. We ain't playing with these niggas, man. Listen, man, do not spare them. Slaughter them wherever you see them at. Slay them. Don't show them no mercy because I will not show them mercy. I promise you that. We do not show any mercy to these Wakanda niggas and these heterosexuals. When they bring their ass over here, it's going to be sad singing and slow walking on a Saturday morning. There will be funeral services for your sweet ass. Oh, pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I'm finna knock one of you Wakanda niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want a hole of smoke. Nigga, I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook. Nigga, check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got your backing up, nigga. I got your backing up. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. As I said before, man, fuck Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? But a name. Do you have a name? Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
If you niggas can say fuck Crawford, I can say fuck Al Haymon and fuck that whole ass nigga Errol Spence too.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
We don't play over here, boy.
Fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
And just in case, and so listen, ladies, if you got a man that you make put rose petals in a hotel room leading to the bed and leading to the bathroom, and you have a heart-shaped rose petals with chocolate-covered strawberries on the bed, stuff that men do for their women, and he jump on the bed and say, you know what I mean? Jump on the bed and he crosses his legs and bite the strawberries. You know, if he does that, guess what? He a little, you know what I mean? And he pitching and catching. He plays on both teams. He plays offense and defense. He plays offense and defense. He like it when the guy puts that hand to receive the ball. He like to play center and he like to play linebacker. Guess what? You might got to watch him.
Yes. Yes. Surprise. You gay. That's not all. Go in there. Yes. Yes.
It is warm.
Yes. I love you just because.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We got rid of the Wakanda niggas. Y'all will be here tomorrow. You Wakanda nigga YouTube channels, fuck you. You Wakanda nigga subscribers, fuck you. Your aerosexual YouTube channels and subscribers, fuck you. I know you're watching me. Guess what? The toe tiger body bag is here. I see you guys tomorrow, man. My brothers and sisters in the chat, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to do a pop-up with the phone, so I'm going to go ahead and close this show. Other than that, you know my motto. I see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Finna go live again, probably. Maybe I may do a pop-up. I don't know. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.